Animal, you stirring it with the
and already,
pinky.
so then when I poured it, it would mix it.
Yo, Karl,
What's up?
bring us in.
Oh wait, yeah. Let me do this intro really quick. I always do the same thing, right? And it's always welcome everybody to Faction After Hours podcast. We're about to get really rowdy in here. That's all I'm about to say right now, just because we had a really good talk and we didn't even. The last 5 minutes has been it escalated. It went 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, that's why we had to turn the mics on.
We had to turn them on. We had to turn them on. Today we have guests, the originators of. You guys are the originators, correct?
Yeah,
I don't want to. Would you like to introduce yourselves to our listeners? Like maybe tell them your name and what you guys are a part of here, because this is different, man. Like
This is different.
it is different. You don't hear about these kinds of groups every day. You know what I mean? This kind of organization every day.
It's
Maybe to you guys over here in California, man, but we don't have this kind of thing on the East Coast right
You
now.
gotta climb out that rock, you feel me?
Do we? Is it? It is. That's the thing. Is like we don't really. Part of this podcast. The point is to shed light on things that people don't really have right now, or really know about. You know, Instagram can only do so much. But
Yeah. Algorithm is your algorithm.
Don't even get me started on the algorithm, because that's basically whatever they feed you is what you're gonna see, especially right now.
Everybody open their search page, their search engine.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. No.
Everybody go see what
It's
your
gonna be a
algorithm
bunch
is
of
right now.
butts and then a couple IS 300s.
That's
what
gonna
it's gonna
Hey, that sounds like a real man.
Mine's just gonna be Ariana Grande or some weird shit.
Yeah,
So,
Frankie.
Yeah, that's
fucking
wild.
like, yeah, that's wild.
Stir
I'm
that shit
telling
with your
you.
finger, my dog.
But
Oh, Karl's learning today.
I'm learning some stuff right now, Frankie. Look at me.
introduce yourself.
All right. I'm Jamar, Jamili. You know what I'm saying? We from the Bay Area, right?
Okay.
And what we do is we like to have a good time.
And we're gonna talk about the good time that we had today, because that was a lot of firsts for me today. But you want to introduce yourself?
Mine's wild, huh?
The vibes is wild. That's really what it's all about.
I can't wait to tell you how I viewed it, because this is a first time
we want to know how
there.
you viewed it.
Dude,
Yeah,
like
that's-
I can't wait to tell you, man. because
So I'm Lexis King. I'm old as hell, and I do a lot of cool shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I don't know if you noticed this, but you got a radio voice. Is it
No
the
doubt.
microphone? Yeah.
Oh, Luther Vandross.
I wish we had more headphones for you guys as well. Like,
when we were setting
have-
this up, Jamal was like, "No, we need Lex on." I was like, "He's very firm about this." I was like, "There's a reason for this," and now I understand.
Well, I
He got
also
the
want
radio
to say
voice.
that we have some people in the background. We have Joe here.
Yes, sir.
We've as well.
Yep, we got
Who-
Brandon.
Yeah.
B in the back.
We got B Smith. We
Yeah.
got Joe, that one coop.
Yep. And answer the man.
And if you want to chime in on something, because I'm sure we're gonna get into some stories
We're
of
gonna
like
get
how
to-
the origination of what you guys do.
Yeah, I heard something about 2012 before.
No, 01. He's had his car since
Christ,
01.
dude. Yeah, but the Black Dude's Drift
Yeah.
thing.
It has been around since 12.
Since 2012. Yeah, so we kind of did that because, matter of fact, Jamar and I, we used to always cross paths because when I was getting my car first set up, I never trusted anybody in NorCal. So I always went to SoCal. And Jamar would always be somewhere in LA.
Wait, and what roughly year was this? I'm sorry.
09 to 11?
Yeah.
Frankie loves years. He's a big year
Okay,
guy.
so you
I started
guy.
drifting in like 2010. So
Okay.
yeah.
So that's what happened with us. I started actually really focusing on it, like not just playing around the parking lot and shit like that. I started really focusing on it in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
So I was already friends with Justin Pollock in 05, and I got fed up to here with the shit that kept going on in NorCal with my car.
Okay.
So I took off and went down south. So when I'd be at events or something, Jamar would be down there. And like I said, I use social media. I don't really post dumb shit.
Yeah.
So I really use social media as interaction. So Jamar would be like, "Oh, you in LA? I'm in LA." Okay, cool. Then we see
you
each
link
other
up,
somewhere.
yeah.
So what ended up happening, how the group even started, was because it was just like, dude, we go everywhere and we have fun with everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Clearly.
But it's literally just the vibe of drifting. It's not on a race thing. It's not on anything. It's just on the vibe of drifting, right? But you go somewhere and be like, there's a black dude, black dude, right?
Yeah.
And there's another one.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of like, well, how many are like me? Not just human, because we're all human, but how many? Because honestly, I swear to God, my wife, when I used to, because I had that RX-7, I've had it since high school.
Yeah.
I used to take her to school. They all thought she dated an Asian dude.
I was about to say, because like, you know how the general stereotype
Yeah.
with sports,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's primarily a lot of black people because it's just that's just how it is. I'm 5'5".
Word. Yeah.
Like if you look at
He ain't dunking on shit.
drifting, if you look at wait a minute, if you look at drifting and stuff, it started in Japan, obviously. This that, whatever. We all know how it happened, but like, I guess that really is what the stereotype was for a little while, wasn't it?
So what would happen was when they knew that was my car, who'd you buy it from like that? I'm like, nah, I did this piece by piece. I bought it stock. How you know about that shit?
What the fuck?
Wait,
No,
really,
no. This is
though?
real shit because in the hood, what you get to drive a 5.0, a Camaro, a Monte Carlo, you drove
Like a G
hood
body.
cars.
Yeah.
No, not even that.
Hold
You
on,
drove
don't talk about the G bodies though.
no, you drove real hood cars.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
Those
time
scrapers,
frame,
you know what I'm saying? Buick, Park Aves, whistle tips.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me
We
tell
do
you.
not have that in New Jersey.
Y'all
I
don't
just
have
want to
that out there,
say.
you know what I'm saying?
So me popping out
But
with
that
a,
shit is sick though.
yeah.
Okay.
To the element.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
they made that shit illegal now, though.
But when
with the shit.
when that element is prevalent, and I'm riding around in a tuned RX-7, they're like, "What the fuck you get that from?" Cause like what?
Yeah.
No, I want to ask, like, how are you learning about this stuff? Because this
I-
is early
so-
on now. It's not like it's not like you're opening up the gram.
So like I said, I'm mad old,
Oh God.
and hell no before
No.
that.
Before?
So I was the kid, and I wasn't on GI Joe. I was on Robotech.
I don't know what you're
See,
talking.
goddamn you young.
I'm 27 as a
All
reference.
right, so one of the original like drama, anime, fantasy, robot, plane, fighter pilot, blah blah blah, was Robotech. That was mad early '80s.
I hope this to our listeners. If you are
Google it.
like
Go
Google
YouTube
it,
it.
because I don't know what is happening. I need to know.
So it was just technology.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They
yeah.
were fighter pilots. The motherfucking plane somehow flew into space. They fought aliens. The aliens were so fucking big, they switched levers and the planes turned into battleoids. And it was the first Gundam.
Yeah, that's what
I
that's
was
what
gonna
thinking.
compare it to Gundam,
It was
but
the
I
first
didn't know if
Gundam.
this is like a predecessor to Gundam
Yeah.
or some shit.
So that's what I was on. I was on that shit when we got Nintendos and everything. I wasn't on none of the Zelda shit. I was on Rad Racer and Excite Bike. I was on cars and bikes. That's it. Nothing else interests me.
Those are some old things that you just mentioned.
I just
man.
told y'all.
I
I'm
don't
mad
know.
old.
I can't even
how
guess
old are
because
you?
you
We gotta
look
age you
kind
right
of.
now.
How old do I look?
Okay.
Okay,
From
wait,
everything you just told me.
you first, Frankie. You first.
Yeah, I dated myself
From
on
everything
that
you
shit.
Black
just told
don't
me.
crack. How the fuck you gonna ask some shit like that?
I don't, cause like
I feel like I'm gonna shoot low. I'm gonna say
Oh, you're copping out.
no. Honestly, I'm gonna say 40.
Look, you're
I was
very
gonna say
close.
40 flat too.
Nah, you know.
42.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
42?
only. It was
Touching
only.
42?
Nah,
am
there's
that.
no.
So we were.
Wait, Jamar, how old are you?
Really?
Shit. I'm an 88
I'm just
baby.
immature as fuck.
So you're 34.
I'm 34.
Yeah.
I'm something like that.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
man, you forgot his age.
Hey,
That's
I ain't
what
gonna
I'm
lie
talking
to
about.
you.
It was only because you said you got it your FC in 01. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why I was like, damn, he has to be kind of older.
Well, you know what we've been doing lately in California? We've been talking to older people. So it's Jason, 40.
Yeah, Jason is 40 as well.
You know.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Jason Kim.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, but I got a question for y'all though. Have y'all ever went years being the same age?
Yeah,
thinking
my
you're the
wife
same age?
just told me how old I was. That's
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
know I'm. That's how I know that's how old I am.
I had an argument with my mom
I don't give
about
a
my
fuck.
age.
That's
Yeah.
that's
I always got to be there. Like, how old are you? I'm like,
Yep. I'd be like, ooh, I was
Yeah.
born in oh yeah, all right.
yeah. Exactly.
But the thing is like you look younger than Frankie, and Frankie's 31.
But see, because I've
Yeah, why you gotta
tailored
do me
I've
like that every
tailored
time?
my life
Right.
around playing.
Like we didn't say, black don't crack.
Yeah. I've
That's the
tailored
truth.
I've done all my responsibilities. Like I got 2 kids, right?
Uh-huh.
I've done every responsibility. I've been married for 20
Don't even
something
look
years.
stressed. Look at him.
I know you're happy as hell.
Cause I don't give a fuck about nothing.
That's what's up.
Damn.
Like, I don't care about nothing. I don't care about attitudes. I don't care about drama. I don't care about the politics. You have to know about these things, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
Yeah. It doesn't. I don't let that shit
That
stress
shit
me.
do make a
One of
big
my
difference.
homies called me. He's
for
like,
sure.
yo, they gonna do this and that. I'm like, so what? If they hit a button to blow us up, how the fuck you gonna change it?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Though.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it's some shit's
he
like
said,
not
"Where's
in your
John at?"
control anymore.
It's
Like,
not,
so,
That's what I
guess
always
why are you
say.
gonna
I'm
worry
just like,
about it?
It is what it is.
my mother told me 2 things growing up: okay or oh well.
Okay, I like that.
see, you just said it. Okay.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So I live by that.
Yeah.
And so, as a youngin, if I'm focused on this thing, everything else is cool if I got to do it. But my focus is right here. So I've tailored my life around playing. I've bought houses, I've done everything, but I have a lot of cars and a lot of motorcycles, and I do track days every weekend.
Play.
This is a motorcycle guy.
I think we're talking about different motorcycles, though.
You might be talking about something that's got 2 cylinders.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll say this though, right? If you're not playing, you're not living.
You're not.
You gotta play.
You gotta play.
Yeah.
I love to play.
You gotta play, and then you gotta include folks on your play. Like if you got
That's-
a family,
yeah.
You gotta include your family on your play.
That is really important to me
Yeah.
that you just said that.
yeah. Like
No,
my folks that are here now.
Yeah,
this is
my
family.
wife and kids is right outside.
Yeah.
I know. You
My
have.
son been driving.
we literally broke up a family gathering. When we
I know. I
came
felt so bad. I was like, Frankie, you just made them all get up. You fucking dick.
But no, like, and so that's how it was. So if I was involved in all this, so when I got there, y'all come,
Yeah.
do this, and so that's how this shit started. It's always been inclusion, right?
Right.
So when we do whatever we were doing, having fun, traveling, building cars, there's a point in time I had a little shop. I did not care what time it was. I had a little lounge. I had a lounge area in there. Y'all come through.
That
Come
is.
through, you know.
I think that's something to be admired nowadays, especially because right now I feel like there's a moderate amount of toxicity within the sport that we love. It's
we be
pretty
toxic, bro.
it's pretty easy for
We
some
didn't argue like a motherfucker and talked for like a year or two
Right.
before, but this is, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But you come back though,
Yeah, you have to.
because you remember something like
Bruh, we was really on some nigga when I see you.
Yeah.
When I see
Yeah.
you. Right. You better know what's coming.
But then you go like a month or two and be like, man, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
now you message him like, hey man, you still got that air filter?
No.
And then it's like, you know what? I haven't seen this guy in so long. That's how you break
Hey,
it.
we would see each other and just do this. But then it's like,
Hey, but I'm gonna
Why
tell you
though?
something. Though. I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what happened. Be real with you, right? What happens is when you get your bag up, you be like, nigga, you walk away from everything.
everything.
You walk away from everything. Oh, you mad? Okay.
Oh, you mad?
See you
Yo
later.
bad.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Hey, that's what that shit really be. It'll make you forget about shit because when I was younger, I didn't have no dough, right?
Yeah.
You be mad at something.
I'll remember you for 5 years, and when I saw you in the store, I was slapping you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
as you progress and grow older, and you get your bag up, you like
None of that shit
I don't
matters.
care.
whatever.
about-
None of that shit matters, bro.
Yeah,
None of that
remember
shit
what I
matters.
said? I don't care about
Right,
shit.
yeah.
I'm the same boat as you,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I don't care about shit.
Interesting.
So
And again,
growth.
like
The growth.
the growth and like that's one thing is that obviously this has an effect on the community. I think in many positive ways. One of them being the growth.
yeah.
Yep.
Like the past 4 years, dude. I'm gonna say 4 because Instagram had like some crazy uptick in the past 4 years. Drifting is going up rapidly,
Reels.
way fast. Everybody says something about reels or
Takeovers.
algorithms or anything.
Because you got that sizzle.
the sizzle.
No, you literally got the
Explain.
hottest shit, right?
Yeah.
You got the hottest 20, 30 seconds on a wild trap beat,
Yeah.
Right.
and you threw out the best of the moment, and it captivated grandmas or
Yeah.
office dudes that don't do this kind of shit.
I mean, drifting is already like
Yeah,
the
it's
most
captivating
enticing.
regardless. Yeah.
It just looks.
I mean, even like
fun.
today when
cool.
everyone was driving and you look past the the fence and you just saw all the ATV guys and the dirt bikers and they're all just sitting there watching.
Yeah, watching.
They came there to do their shit.
Yeah.
And they're just watching you guys. Like
Yeah, that is
you're
really
literally
fucking cool.
All I was thinking when I saw that, I was like, they're gonna be a bunch of drifters and like.
So we
5
do
years.
this event in. I know we're bouncing everywhere, but we do this
That's fine.
event in Stockton, at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. Stockton's not the most beautiful
Yeah,
place,
I heard.
right?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
But when we're doing events, it's on the street. There's a street that there's two airport and charter or something. It's two streets, and the fairgrounds is right in the middle. We're drifting there. There is traffic all the way up both streets. Cars parked, people on the fence. People come into the fucking fairgrounds.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be in there and park. We captivate the whole thing.
It's
And-
definitely just fun as fuck, dude.
and
Drifting's
that's what
wild.
drifting is. That's what drifting is. Like how I even learned about drifting, right? So I had the car, I did all this stuff. I got hooked into the motorsports side of it as I go to these shops to get these tunes and modifications. The guys that own the shops, hey, you should do NASA Pro Racing HPDEs.
I was gonna ask if it was always drifting. Like you know how people sometimes will bounce. That's me. I bounced around. I
was
wanted to
sliding.
I wanted to figure out what I like. That's one thing right now. I feel like I had no direction, and then now I'm just kind of figuring out. I'm like, damn, if I like that, I'm just gonna go like that.
Yeah, do anything and everything you can while you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's-
but not. I'm good to. It's nice to hear. Like it's interesting to hear that you started
so I
drifting
started
right away.
I started road racing.
Oh, okay.
So they wanted me to go in the road racing direction.
Out of curiosity, what car was your platform? Still FC?
Brother.
Always.
I've had hella cars, right? I was the kid that has so many cars. My dad would just buy me hella cars. Then I got a job and I was buying hella cars. And I was like, dude, I've had a Volkswagen Scirocco, Ford Escort GTs of various years, Ford Probe GTs, MR2s.
Them things move as a kid too.
Ford Probes. That's like the
Yeah.
240 lookalike, right?
That's actually was supposed to be the Mustang replacement. We weren't supposed to get the SN95.
Okay.
Yeah.
What-
It was-
interesting.
V6 hot hatches. That was the thing
Yeah.
back then. So I had that. I've had multiple 240 SXs, a ton of BMWs. I had too many fucking cars. I had so many cars. Everybody at the schoolhouse was like, "Yo, you all leasing?" I'm like, "What the fuck is a lease?" But I was just buying cars.
It was a lot easier, I feel like, to
It
buy
was.
cars.
That's what I tell my son. Your car experience is fucked. Because everything, dude. No,
just
I literally could go buy. I was driving a '95 Ford Probe in '98,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a new car.
Yeah.
but I bought it for $4,000 back then.
Yeah.
Imagine you buying an M4
Yeah.
or let's just say buying a Mustang.
3
like
years after
a
it comes out,
2018
that
Mustang.
That's
and
just the
20
same price.
You can
Yeah.
never.
Right.
So that I took full advantage of that time frame. So when I ended up with the RX-7, I had an NA1 first. Fell in love with it. Piece of shit. But I had to work on it. Taillights didn't work. The fuses were blown on it. Speedometer, the dash lights didn't work. I had to do shit.
And this is all self-taught at the time.
Yeah, that's
It's
another
not like
much.
you're YouTubing this.
Nah,
Now
you get that
can-
Chilton's manual, bust that shit
the
open.
Chilton's manual.
Do you
all
know
of
what that
those,
is?
all of those are gathering dust in an advanced
Yeah,
auto
yeah,
parts
yeah.
aisle 11.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
They got plastic on it now.
And as I got everything working, I loved the car more and more and more. Got some suspension because the rears were blown. Once I got the suspension, I'm like, damn, this handles great.
So you're literally just teaching yourself how to work on this car.
Yeah, just fucking with shit.
That's how that shit go.
With no YouTube, everyone listening, with no
Yeah.
YouTube.
At this time,
YouTube was even YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you guys know now? At this time, do you guys know each other yet? No.
This is mad long
So
ago.
what are you messing with at this time, Jamar?
BMWs.
Yeah, he's a Beamer man. yeah.
I started BMWs.
Yeah.
I tell you, first car, what? E28.
E28, that's the 5
530
Series?
5 Series, the 8,
yeah.
the 80s.
535 IS.
Uh-huh.
And during that time, right, I didn't know drifting was drifting. All I know is I was going to hit this intersection.
yeah.
All I know is that I was going to hit this 2-lane intersection. There was going to be a car inside, and I'm going to be on the outside. I'm going to be pointing towards that motherfucker, sliding.
Slide.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. That's how that shit got started.
And you were in SoCal? Or
Nah, I was out here in the Bay Area. I was in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yep. SoCal just kind of just happened. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yep. Moved out there, played around.
I gotta ask because, okay, Bay Area, before and I'm gonna bring this up because this is a topic that's always brought up, right?
Yeah.
The Bay Area was like the sideshow heaven. I feel like that was a prevalent area
It
for
was the
sideshows.
sideshow.
It was like
it didn't exist anywhere else.
yeah,
The shit
nowhere
now is not
else.
real.
Yeah, that.
When-
how do you
when-
guys feel about that now?
It's trash. It's over. It's been over since 04.
Yeah, it's been.
So the shit that they do now, whatever.
Yeah, throw them away.
That's like what was it?
Would you say there's like a difference between what's going on now?
Absolutely.
Please explain that.
Yeah, I want to
So-
know.
So
like,
peep this, right?
yeah.
Back when sideshows was first a thing, right?
What year do you think that was, too?
I'm thinking like 03, 04.
Hell no.
we talking about clean whips. We talking about Dayton's. We talking about 50s.
Here's
we talking about cruising.
here's what it was, right?
Yep.
You had a Mustang that you rode around, but your sideshow weekend wheels was in the garage.
Yep.
Your outfit, because it's everything. It's a whole appearance.
Right.
Your outfit, your music, your car. How do you profile? How do you meet? Say we all roll up, right? And this is a time frame. Say we all got like 77 Camaros.
Yep.
All of ours are black. He got orange rally stripes. I got green rally stripes.
Yep.
He got yellow rally stripes. He got blue rally
But we all-
stripes.
but all the cars
But
are
we
black.
clean as fuck.
Yep.
And then we post up a profile. We might all at the same time, kind of corny, but play the same CD.
Yep.
Slap it. Because you had to pull up to a gas station.
I
take-
probably had the dumbest smile on my face.
I know,
right
but
now,
look,
'cause
but
I
look,
love
but
this.
this is the
I
original
love
shit. This is the
this,
original shit. You pulled up to the gas station and you took that shit over.
Yeah.
So you had all the females coming over. You had all the dudes that was kind of inferior sitting on the other gas station looking at you. You commanded the scene.
So what
Now-
exactly would they do?
So this is what I'm getting to. So
Yeah.
not only was your car, your group looking better, your outfits was better. When the females talked, your game, your spit was on point.
Yeah.
Everything was dominant. Alpha male shit, right?
Yeah.
Not this Andrew Tate shit. Like real like, you know what I'm saying? And there's another element in it, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So if there was a dude over there and he wasn't like looking like, oh, his car might be clean, but he might not get attention. Guess how he gets attention? He fucks that intersection up.
Okay.
Yeah. I can drive.
I can drive.
Let me show you this.
Now, which
Yeah.
one of you pretty motherfuckers is gonna pull it out?
Right. Most likely, you know what I'm saying? Most folks don't. They don't want to tear up their pretty cars.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do.
Or if you had a Stolo,
What is
which is called a dope fiend rental,
Yep. Yep.
you would come and tear it up.
A Stolo is a stolen car. Y'all
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So that was what the original
Like, okay.
sideshow was. It was. It was
I assumed it was something that was not acquired very lawfully.
Right.
The original sideshow was we're getting money. We got everything handled and taken care of. We have so much excess of manliness.
Mm-hmm.
We're showing it off. We're coming home with more females.
I'm just showing that I don't give a fuck, basically, is what you're saying.
I'm just showing you that we're better than you.
But it seemed like the driving aspect was almost, because you mentioned that last. That was like the last part of it.
Yeah, because
But-
it was like a party in the street.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
People playing loud music, people chilling, people drinking.
It was a vibe.
It was like a party
Yeah.
in the
It
street.
was a vibe.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
The Bay Area specifically is always a vibe. It's because we don't do gang banging in the Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not gang banging. It's your neighborhood. You represent it with pride. You
Everybody
let
fucks with everybody.
Yeah, everybody fucks with everybody. But
Yeah.
if you come from your neighborhood with your cars and shit, we come from our neighborhood with our cars
Yeah.
and shit, and it's just hey, we're better than you.
Dude, I had no
I
idea
had
about this.
no fucking idea, and now when I'm comparing the two, because now I feel really bad that they're affiliating a
Yes.
sideshow
Yeah.
with
Yes.
a takeover
Yes.
because of the vibe that the two emit.
saying.
You told me the story just now, and I'm picturing a sunny ass day
That's exactly what
Yeah.
the fuck it is.
Yeah.
on a Sunday.
Yep, on a
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay,
When they out there and they Sunday
no
best.
responsibilities. You're kicking it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And then on a takeover, I'm picturing it at about like, I don't know,
Yeah.
11:30
It's
at
just
night.
chaos.
People
At
are
night,
trying to get home
chaos.
from a long ass day of work, and you get caught at a traffic light
Yeah.
because somebody's playing
Yep.
with a
You get caught
flamethrower.
on the freeway.
So
Yeah.
that's why the Bay Area has always, anybody has donuts, right? So when we all started to drift, kind of the basics were already there. So me personally, I was not scared of my car sliding at track days. I would exit corners sideways.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
wasn't-
scared of that.
I wasn't trying to counter steer, but the car would exit burning rubber sideways, and I got in trouble for that every time. Black flag come in, your car leaking. They're looking, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, my shit's all right.
I followed that
So-
climber's manual.
Right. So then I got in trouble, literally. You go into those download meetings after your track session, and I have a dude browbeating me. You don't know how to drive. You're reckless. You're son. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm new here, so I'll accept what you're saying. I'm not, from, you know what I mean? So then they're like, you need an instructor. They put the instructor in my car. We take off. He starts laughing. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Why is he laughing?
Because he realized my car was powerful.
Oh, okay.
So when we pulled out of the pit, then I'm getting up to speed because they're telling you go, go, go because there's a clear spot. So you get up to speed. Don't waste time. Get
Yeah.
up to speed and get on the track. I started accelerating. Dude's getting pushed in the seat. He started giggling. So then,
Now you got horny, boy. It's like, what?
so then he's like, see if you can get this dude before this break zone. I get him. Go catch dude before this turn. And I'm in here stressed the fuck out, right?
Because he's giving you directives.
Yeah.
And
telling you
but,
what to
but
do.
he's pushing me really
Yeah.
hard. And as this is happening, I guess I'm rising to the occasion, but I'm in here like white knuckle, like fuck, oh shit, right? And we're coming out of Sonoma. It was the first track I ever drove. We're coming out of turn 11, and he's like, get him before you go up the hill in the braking zone 2. And he was way out. If you guys know Sonoma, it's turn 11. It's a very long straight at a wall, which is another turn, down another straight, and then you go up a hill.
I'm on that fours. I've
Yeah,
never
you'll-
heard
you'll-
Sonoma, been there.
Sonoma's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sick
So when I see this car, it was a 02 M5. When I
used
see
to have
this,
one of them.
when I see this, when I
tell you,
see this
boy, I
car
figured.
clearing the wall, I'm like, I do not have that much time to get this guy. He's about to be up the hill in braking zone for 2, and how the fuck do I get this dude? I stand on it, burn rubber all the way out that shit,
Damn.
go right out to the fucking wall, carry speed. I go out to the wall, carry speed, come around, and I catch him. So he's like, I seen enough, pit in. That was only like 3 laps. You just stressed me the fuck out in 3 laps. So we go in. He's like, all right, man, have some fun. Come back in for the download meeting. We go back in there. The dude that was browbeating me was like, looking for the instructor. How was the kid with the recklessness? He said, the kid's not reckless. He said the kid's good. He just doesn't have a setup car.
Yeah.
He's got too much power, not a proper suspension and alignment, and he's on shit tires. He said, if you guys stopped yelling at fuckers like that and say, hey, give him some guidance,
Yeah. Try to teach him.
we get some new blood here. And so that dude kind of was like, oh, so he piped down. I don't know who this dude was, Maverick or somebody, you know.
Out of curiosity, it's always my curiosity. Okay, it's always I'll say out of curiosity so fucking much in this podcast because you mentioned young blood, like you need young blood to continue to keep something going, right? You need more next generations coming in.
Old folks stop doing what they do.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like road racing back then because nowadays there's a lot of young kids doing road racing.
It got really popular.
It was
Time
was it
Attack.
more an older crowd and you're
Everybody
just
has salt
bussing
and
in this
pepper.
this FC this whole time, by the way. I'm assuming you know what initial D is because
No.
you don't
Not at this point. I'm gonna lead you to that.
because that you're doing this. You're him, dude. You're racing the white. What color was
But
the FC?
it was white. But I had no clue. So
I
what
didn't know
happened
about
was
initially for how long either.
Yeah.
what
That show's
happened
about
was-
you.
No, it's about my son. What happened was when we left out of that meeting, the download meeting, the guy said, "You're doing great. You need to learn more. You need to come out here more. You'll learn more the more."
That
you
guy was a
come do it."
blessing.
He said, "Stop drifting. You're gonna be faster." And I'm like,
Stop
that was the record scratch.
But wait a minute, that was fun.
I'm like, "What the fuck you mean drifting?"
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you don't know what drifting is?
Oh shit.
This
How
is
to-
001.
Is this how is this really how you're gonna find out what drifting
That's how I
was?
found out.
So this instructor told you what was going on.
And we didn't have YouTube, so I went up streetfire.net.
Oh my god, dude.
What the hell is that?
I
Yeah.
remember that shit.
You do?
He probably knows it better than me, but I remember.
But
the
it was
website.
websites that just hosted people's videos.
Yeah. There were
So
street-
before
street racing
YouTube was
videos.
YouTube, I
They
always
were like
wondered.
140p something. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
Took 20 minutes to load them.
That's where you see the Super from Hell video. or
Yes,
some
that's
shit.
exactly where it was. Yeah. So that's where I went and saw drifting and was like, "Ooh, sold."
What were you seeing? Like JDM option? Hot
The
version.
Okinawa docs and shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
It was just chunky by. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the old street drifting videos that everyone sees now. That everyone kind of been trying to replicate.
Well, that and Instagram, everyone's there's those pages that go.
Yeah,
They find all of them. They post all of them.
Yep.
I'm just trying because so now you know what drifting is, and now because you got to find others. You need friends to drift with, right?
So
I'm
Hey,
gonna say
guys,
like,
come
hey
to my
man,
house,
you should do
look at
this.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. Hey guys, come to my house, look at this real quick. I lived across the street from the high school I went to. Humongous parking lot. Let's go rip this shit.
As you do. As you do.
So we go out there and make hella noise or whatever. But that's how I found drifting. So when I started to know, so I was just hitting JTP up on MySpace because he had an FC and mine was getting fucked up.
Yeah, he was a rotary guy too.
MySpace goes back too.
I was gonna say I caught the tail end of MySpace.
Yeah, so like 05, I was just the YouTube was out, and I was literally only looking for FC3S drifting.
My boy was using MySpace for car shit.
Yeah, the
Boy,
thought of that is like
Let
bugging me out
tell
right
you
now.
what MySpace was used for.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Bitches, literally bring me that work.
Yeah. I was. It was. Yep.
Music.
Lex is trying to find friends that can drift.
I was trying to find people that can give me information on this car to help me fix what was not being fixed.
Yeah.
At this point, my car was blowing up, catching on fire, all kind of shit.
But that shows you the age difference, bro. Because my man was looking for somebody to fix cars, nigga. I was climbing through your daughter's window. I was climbing through your daughter's window.
Oh man. But that's literally how it started. I would just do that. JTP responded, and we would talk back and forth for long fucking time.
No, what is JTP? I'm sorry, I just need a little.
Justin
know.
Thomas Pollock.
Yeah, the
Just
FD
a
driver.
Paul-
The FD driver.
Yeah.
But that's like early
05.
generation FD.
He was Drift Alliance.
I was just
in
gonna
his
say,
green
was he part of
FC.
Drift Alliance? Yeah. So
This
Drift
was the
Alliance. I mean,
original
we're
green
from Club
FC.
Loose, so we
Yep.
got Matt Petty and
So
all that.
that was right when he had just became part of Drift Alliance. I think Stay Hungry was out. Was he part of the Young Guns? Yeah, because Turek and all them got introduced on the second Drift Alliance joint. But so
Okay.
that's when he and I started talking. And then it took that long from 05 to 09 for me to actually get down there. So we'd always been chopping it up and
Yeah,
everything. And yeah, so that's how this shit started.
I remember
So,
he had a green FC, right? Dude.
big fucking wheels,
car was
clean,
sick.
Haraguchi-esque.
Yeah.
It was just like, so I would see his videos on YouTube. I would
Yeah.
see JTP FC3S. I'm like, I don't want to see American drifting.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Japanese shit, but I saw so much of this JTP at Horse Thief Mile. I'm like, let me just look at this shit. He's playing fucking break beats and hip hop and shit, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker. But style was cool, right?
Yeah, no.
definitely.
But it's a different style. Like the nowadays style is like it's situational. I feel like.
Oh, well, you
And
have
like,
some of the old stuff still, but
yeah. Our old style is like is heavy right now. It has an influence. Every style has an influence from that originating thing.
And because I was so enthralled with the Japanese drifting, when I saw what he was doing, I was like, damn, that's kind of really authentic to what I was interested in. And then his car was no compromise, fucking slammed.
Yep.
And then when I was hitting him, and he's like, yeah, this motherfucker only got 260 horsepower. I'm like, oh, son's using the car.
Yeah.
So that's really how he and I relationship started. And so I'm like, okay, I think I could trust this dude.
Yeah. And this is probably like mid 2000s. Late.
Mm-hmm. No, 08, 09.
So then the years come, and you guys mentioned 2012.
So 2012.
Is this when this is kind of starting now? Did you meet Joe?
No, so yeah, I met Joe and everybody. No, we knew before that.
How did you guys meet?
So we used to. So this one dude moved to NorCal from SoCal.
Okay.
So he's like, yo, plug me in with everybody. I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but I'll set up a meet.
Yeah.
Whoever comes out.
TapX meet. If y'all know. Vallejo,
Y'all know.
California.
What is it? TapX?
Yeah, just regular go to your TapX. We go hang out, have boba, dope
that
cars.
What's TapX?
Yeah, tapioca.
Yeah, you got to remember we're on the other side.
We're on the other
Oh,
side.
okay,
yeah, we
yeah,
call
my
it
bad,
something
my
else.
bad.
So all of this is interesting because like you
Because
get
we
to
have
see
different-
how the culture is on the other in
Yeah.
California.
This is like two different cultures right now are colliding.
Yeah.
Different different generations are colliding right now. So like this is kind of
Yeah.
wild to me right now what we're talking about.
It was, but you know, we did that because it's always community.
Yeah.
Right. With the Bay Area, it's really community.
Yeah.
So this dude from SoCal was like, "Yo, patch me in." I'm like, "Okay, everybody come hang out.
Yeah.
If you meet people, cool. If you're not, you're weird."
Yep.
Right.
You said the same exact thing earlier.
So so that's and that's it's that consistent. Let me get everybody here. If you fuck with them and meet them, those are your new friends.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're really strange.
Yeah.
And that's funny because every so often I look at Frankie and I'm like, because we've been getting lucky with the people that we get to meet on here. Like I'm having a fucking blast right now.
Yeah, dude.
And like it's like right now if your energy's good and you're in it and you're not a fucking dick, you're not attracting other people. You know that the people that you meet, chances are they're gonna be pretty cool.
Yo, when I say in drivers meetings, when we do Sonoma Drift, when I tell you, hey, look left and right, when you're in your pits, don't be a dick, because that might be your new best friend. I mean that shit. Don't be a fucking dick to nobody. Because, for one, we active and we'll beat you the fuck up if you're really, like, tripping, disrespecting our shit, right? But that might be literally your new best friend.
Yeah. You literally don't know.
You never know, bro.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you don't know, right? So when we set the TapX shit up, I didn't know them. This is how many years later?
I was gonna say,
You know what I'm saying? So it was like when you walk through, because I took that upon myself too. I don't get a chance to get everybody out, and I don't know everybody, so I'm walking through. What's up? Thanks for coming. What's up? Thanks for coming. What's up? Thanks for coming. Meeting everybody. Then they messed with a shop called KBR. This fool started laughing. So
Their stories, you might be able to find it on a fucking forum or some shit.
But the good part of it was KBR brought a lot of people together. So everybody go there and hang out. That was the jump off spot. That was the go-to spot. So I go there, hang out with them outside of the meet. I go there, we play around. So when we do those meets, now it's a staple. It's a thing.
and you've been drifting now at this point.
No.
No?
No. So we were trying. We didn't really have many drift spots. We would street drift.
I was gonna ask how prevalent was street drifting now, because you can't. It's harder to do that by us now.
So we would street drift. So if you talked shit, if you said anything to the next man, shut the fuck up, get in your cars, go do work.
Damn.
That's
some Tokyo Drift
They
shit.
made Initial D about you, dude.
Yeah.
They made it about you.
But it was like, please don't talk when you can do.
Yeah.
Go do. We would line up. We would you and you. Anybody talk shit, Do it.
What spots were you guys hitting? Was it one of like
We was hitting
industrial?
Boy, hell no. So we didn't do industrial. There was a spot.
The mountain spots.
Nah, turn 30 on Highway 37. The on-ramp, S-turn. We come down the street.
We had the Glacier, the S-turn, Columbus. I mean, the list goes on.
Damn.
Down
And
the
it's-
Freeway-
main boulevard. I mean,
Freeway off ramps, right? That's where.
The street to the on-ramp. Yeah, the Clover. The Clover was.
basically- we do the same
That's
shit.
the one
Yeah.
by Benicia, right?
That's the one.
Yeah,
The
that's-
Clover is endless.
me tell
It
you.
keeps going.
Yeah.
You keep
That's
going
sick.
until somebody loses.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a freeway. It's like a freeway entrance and exit.
But you were like
Where
doing
you-
this
where
like
you
a
just-
comp.
Yeah. So what did I do? I was like, 'cause the only place that we could drift at this point in time was Thunder Drift. They had a spot going on at Thunder Hill Raceway. It was very hard to learn because they were comp setting. You cannot learn to drift there.
There were no practice.
It was that was our
Because
only, that was our only outlet.
when we were street drifting, I mean we still would, but I would never think of to do a competition or anything like that because I wouldn't know how the fuck to even judge that, on the street.
Hey, it would be clear cut. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, get your ass over there.
That's fucking
then,
sick.
Then when
Yeah.
dudes were getting like pretty good, I was like, okay, look, we set this up. This is where fate happened. I'm setting up dudes, right? So everybody's doing pretty good at this point in time. You versus you, you versus you, you versus you. Whoever wins, I buy you a track day.
Interesting wagers, but it's not. It's not like a. You're giving me money. I'm
I'm
gonna help
buying
you
your
get
entry.
better. Yeah.
Because I want you to do this for real.
Yeah.
And remember, I still don't really know
Yeah,
how to
you're
drift.
like still getting into it.
I can slide corners. I can knock out any corner, single corner.
But
Link something,
transitioning,
yeah, at
like-
that point in time, I can make it work. I
And
can
it's
make
not
it
like
look
there's how to again. It's not like there's how to clear cut videos on how to do this.
And he's telling people, all right, get out there and prove yourself in the street.
but I was putting my money where my mouth is too because I was going there
Yeah.
trying to practice during
cool, man.
during the 30-minute practice, and then I would qualify. But when I got into battles, I would lose battles. But that night, a dude sitting way behind us in the cut.
You motherfuckers looking like this.
I know everybody looked.
I'm like looking around.
There was a dude that was sitting in the cut, watching the crowd, watching the organization, watching the setup, watching the camaraderie. He was the facility manager of Sonoma Raceway.
Oh shit.
He was just heading home and saw hella cars in the parking lot. He's a car enthusiast. We ain't know he was there.
So it's not like you reached out for that connection. It was just
Organic happened.
It's a pretty weird coincidence too, though.
So when Formula D pulled out of Sonoma, all he remembered seeing was KBR logos.
typed it
during
in.
that time.
Called KBR, yo, I like what y'all was doing, whatever. We want to set up a meeting and see if you guys want to test out some drifting here.
That sounds almost like movie like.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Did the fairgrounds happen right before that though?
It did.
Yeah, I remember the fairgrounds.
Because dude was there too.
Yeah, so he saw KBR cars there
And
too.
mind you, the fairgrounds was hella small.
Hella small.
Hella small.
Yo,
When I tell you
Carnival's
small,
coming to fairgrounds.
bruh, they about to do fairgrounds
Yeah.
again.
You know I'm
coming
setting
up.
that motherfucking
Right.
track up.
Right.
So fairgrounds was like a legit
Bruh,
spot or no?
When I
It's
say small,
So-
I'm
so
talking about
there is-
a house size small.
There is
Right.
Marine World roller coasters in the background.
Okay.
Trees, the freeways right there.
This is already
You do
sick.
not have a scenery like that.
Nope.
But it's small.
yeah,
It's small.
But the background looks
It's
Parking
sick.
lot. It's parking lot.
And the thing
parking
is,
lot
you-
fucked up too.
You got, and the thing is you had to make with what you got though.
That's
Yeah.
always what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make do with what
I'm
we
sure
got.
there were curbs. Were there
there
curbs?
was drainage and irrigation.
drainage,
Yeah.
Pot, like how was the surface? You just said it was bad.
bruh,
It wasn't great.
Uneven. You can
Cheese
damn
grater,
near-
cheese grater
Cheese
pavement.
grater for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, you was damn
So-
near. You damn near jumping your shit too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, those irrigation ditches. So,
Yeah.
so once we got that opportunity, the demo test out was the kart track, and that didn't go.
You was finishing with your car fucked up for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking around on that shit. Fuck. Yeah.
are cars at this point low? Are body kits exploding?
So, hey,
we
I
weren't
don't
at
even-
that.
I don't even
Are
recall-
wheels getting bent?
Bruh, there wasn't even body kits during that time, really. It was stock body with wheels.
Ah.
Yeah, but powder coating was a thing now.
Yeah, because I have my fluorescent.
Yeah. If
you're a baller-
if you was balling, you had powder coating.
Yeah, I got
shit.
these powder coated.
Yeah, and that's why my FC stood
That
out
shit
because it was
cheap now.
white with arrow and fluorescent orange RPF ones.
Hey, ain't gonna lie, we was at the fairgrounds. I was on Cut Springs,
Cuddy bees.
That's the se-
bouncing all over the place, but we
Yeah.
was there sliding, having a good time.
Having a
yeah,
good
we've
time.
been hearing a lot about Cut Springs in the last
Because
few
it's like
days.
it's not like we knew like what was gonna tell you guys otherwise that you couldn't do that.
We were having a blast. We didn't give a fuck, right?
Yeah, you're not getting fun.
You know, some guys, had parts and everything. Some guys made do with what they had. We had hella Cressidas. We had a community of hella Cressidas.
Yeah.
And the mod was to take the back bumper off and put it on the front, and it gave it. Trust me, it had a weird little look, but it was good.
I need to see
Because
that shit.
he built a Cressida.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
shop.
we just
That's-
built one for a friend of mine.
Yeah,
but
so that was like the old school
that
thing.
shit.
No back bumper.
Yeah, I
no
wanna
back
see that.
bumper, Bosos. So it was a thing. But when we did the first demo for Sonoma at the kart track, they're like, "Hell no, you guys are fucking this kart track up."
Yeah.
So
thought
we're
about something.
so we were like, "All
Ain't got
right,
no cookies.
this guy's a cookie man."
I can relate. Don't worry.
So when they said, "Hey, you guys can try behind the main grandstand. It's no track, and we're not gonna let you on the track to drift. Figure it out." So we said, "We make do with whatever the hell you give us." And we went out there. Fools called off work. It was in the middle of the day. It was just drifting, and that's literally when Sonoma started. So I would go out there, literally wanted to volunteer because I'm like, oh, I know what makes a cool course. And I'd go out there and set all the cones up and everything. So we'd have a good little setup, and we'd just drive, dude. They allow us to drive. We drive. We have fun. When they told us it was over, we're like, all right, cool. We took advantage of that.
Is this all around the 2011 era? Kind of
yeah.
that era?
Yep. So that's when NorCal changed.
I think I was still in LA around that
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah.
Because I brought the sauce back when I
Because
came back from there.
at that point in time, Zip Tie All-Star Bash was the fucking holy grail.
Yes. Yeah.
So we wanted to get good in NorCal to go down to Zip Tide All-Star Bash. Hopefully you got accepted on Zip
Yeah.
Tide, right? And then you go down there and do the All-Star Bash, and you wanted to show good. So that was our goal, because LA was the top tier.
Now, where was Zip Tie All Star Bash?
It was at Willow Springs.
Yeah.
So it was all weekend at Willow Springs, team tandem comps, drifting all day. It was literally the shit. And then they'd make these dope videos, and you're like, damn, that's cool cars, low cars, aero, shiny wheels, deep dish. It was
That all sounds great to
Hey,
me.
during that time too, driving was wild. Like it was different. It was big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because the power wasn't as great as now.
But then at the same time, a lot of folks was mainly turbo though. Like
SRs,
there wasn't a lot of there weren't a lot of LSs. There was RBs, SRs. There was some JCs,
RB20s.
Yeah.
But that's what we like, and I made a comment about that earlier because like I had to relate the people are overbuilding stuff
Oh, yeah.
because back then, and you guys are gonna get this the most obviously, you don't need all that. Nope. Like Formula Drift, there's a video on YouTube now of like an 07 Formula Drift, that one of the first ones, and Turk has I think it's not a wild SR.
No.
And that's what was the competition based series.
Remember, Vaughn had a S13 with, it went,
Yeah, I
what,
remember.
maybe 415?
Yeah.
Horsepower,
And that was
something like
probably
that?
like
And that
a
was
lot.
nuts. Yeah, that was nuts.
Do you recall any of like the D1 GP at because there's a D1 GP that happened at Englishtown, at the US Drifter series, US Drift
2007?
series or something like that. American
We
Drift
missed it,
American Drift series or something.
I went to the one in Anaheim.
yeah.
I remember that one. So they did Anaheim, Texas, Mineral Wells.
I seen the photos from the one in California.
What about like Irwindale or anything?
Irwindale
like that?
was the one they had it rounded Irwindale, a pure D1
Because those stands
round.
are packed.
Yeah. Because drifting was the thing.
Because it's
Yeah.
cool. It's
It
fucking
is
cool.
cool. But it was like, yo, the authentic cars and drivers are coming.
Yeah.
Oh, we're there.
Dude, if
And
we
that
could go
feels
back
good.
in time and go to one of the, Irwindale, D1.
Irwindale, Irwindale View one was
I'm not
nuts.
gonna lie. I like the new shit now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, we're
I'm
living
gonna
in the
say it
past.
from the standpoint, but that yeah, they're hella high horsepower, right? But I like auto carnage, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
like
Do you like the
real-
European drifting as well? Like where they're in that stadium type of deal?
That
Yeah,
shit
that
is
shit's
hard.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That shit is
Right.
hard.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that shit's crazy. I'm gonna tell you like this because even then, when I'm on the track personally, right, boy, I lose train of thought and go off the track, hit a wall, all kind of shit. But that's just how my mind works. So you know how much focus you gotta have,
Yeah.
to be in that setting.
Hey, and they're like
Do that?
30-second, 40-second runs.
Man.
There's no runoff.
Right,
No,
no
yeah,
runoff,
none.
none.
Yeah.
You
None.
hit a wall, you hit a wall.
Right.
It's done.
So what they doing over there, right? That the level of driving, the level of focus someone has to have in order not to tear up shit over there, bro. It's wild.
the
I mean, it's
thing is-
definitely harder. It's
respectable for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
The thing,
it's
it is
crazier.
definitely
It's crazier.
respectable. But for me, what I'm fascinated by the most is that I play for like the underdog. I like seeing that if you guys were all given the same opportunity, what is somebody gonna do with that opportunity?
Yeah.
With that like 400 or horsepower
into your
KAT.
ass.
So that's what was originally dope about Formula D. A Corolla versus a Viper. A fucking
Yeah,
Supra
like-
versus
like-
a Solstice.
Yeah.
It was whatever. It was cool, but
GTO with
but
Reese Millen.
as things
Progress.
we want more. Everybody wants
Yeah.
more. They want more carnage. They want more speed. They want more shit. So things evolved. Things changed. Things got faster. And like, Denofa and them were talking about like the amount of horsepower increased, but the amount of mile per hour didn't really get that much difference.
No, that's the craziest part. So now you got these cars dumping smoke,
Dumping
like
smoke, bro.
insane amounts. It's like, all right, which 1,000 horsepower car is gonna win this battle?
I think it's just because they saw what was working and then they did more of what was working and more and more and more. Now tracks are wide, like a house width wide.
But some of them haven't even changed. So
Right.
it's like you're doing the same shit they were doing with 300 horsepower. And now they got like 1,300.
Yo, I saw
And
a
it's like,
picture
what the
of
fuck?
FDATL starting line.
yeah, there was an album of old photos of it.
Bro, a fucking stock body FC with a big dumb HKS dragger off the back.
Yes.
No arrow, stupid wheels,
Yeah, no
and a
arrow.
cage. A stock S13 with the phone dials and shit. Like that was
Yeah,
grid.
and it had like one sticker for the company that they were representing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Casper Canoe was one of the most sponsored drivers well, no, Sam Hubernet and them, but
Yeah.
but past
Sam
them,
Hubernet was at the Viper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam Hubernet, Reese Millen, Tyler McQuarrie. There was a couple of dudes that was like really good. I mean, you had, but aside from them, like Casper Canoe, you had your Ken. Nah, Ken was backed since the beginning, but either way, like some of those grassroots dudes, like I'm mentioning, that were in those photos, there weren't much. They get a sticker package for somebody.
Yeah.
This dude shop might have floated them a set of tires.
Yeah.
I like that you had to emphasize that.
No, it was real shit back then.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky if you had a
Yes,
shop
too.
working on your car for free.
I mean, yo, we got a hoodie from when we were at Apexi the other day, and I said to Frank, yo, we fucking made it, dude.
There was that shit.
Yo, we fucking made it, dude. We only spent hundreds of dollars to get here.
That was the goal, huh?
Like, but we made it. Like, and it wasn't that. It was like the feeling, man. I was geeking the whole day.
Yeah, he was having a good
like
time.
I was
That
having
boy was
it.
excited.
No,
all
like,
day.
and
Day was made. Big kid status.
but
kid.
the thing is like during that time, I'm trying to imagine like the highs, like seeing drifting like that on a main stage where all you have access to primarily are like street drifting.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it like and it's happening right there. You're watching it grow. Because then because now who would have thought from years to come now that it would be like this?
I mean, that's the cool thing about it. Like with our group, when we would be in the garage doing what we were doing, building the cars and shit. Once you finished your car and you were feeling yourself, you talking shit. Yeah. You'd be like, "What we do? Nope. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Damn,
fucking
dude.
go, bro." I don't do shit talking without
But this battle shit is so different. For
I
me.
know,
because
but-
we would never do that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we would just be like, oh, you finished your shit. Oh, let's go drive somewhere, and we would
nah,
just
man,
fuck around, tandem, whatnot. But we never thought to like.
To
try
an
make
extent, it's a
competition.
hell. I'm sure, and
Well-
I'm smiling when I say this. It's a healthy amount of competition.
Well,
because it pushes you.
Him and
each.
our other homeboy. How much you had? Like 500 horsepower or like 4? They had something ignorant because they was on E85.
You're
that
naming
was
these
back
numbers
then.
and you use
Yeah,
the
that was
word
back-
ignorant.
wait,
No, because it was ignorant
cylinders,
back
too.
then. It was ignorant back then.
Yeah, a Kia now
because-
has 400 horsepower.
I know, right?
How nuts
But-
is that?
But they were on E85 and
Back then.
yeah, and
Probably old school methanol injection. Like,
and not and those fucking cars were fast as shit. And I was like, why are y'all building shit like this?
I'm
Like,
still
why-
saying that. So
Hey,
don't
but
worry.
but no, my thing, like even now, why I'm only 100 octane, I'm like, no, I'm not bringing 1 million gallons of E
Yeah.
somewhere.
But I tell you though, right, that E85 cheaper than that 100 octane.
Yeah,
though,
it
boy.
is,
That
for
boy back in the
sure.
day, that shit was $1.69.
Yeah,
$1.69. I was like, yep, I'm filling my shit up every single time.
so with them two would be, oh, I got this, man, my car does this. Go, do work, and it was cool because we got to see where each other was at as far as what the talent was, and it was not like we do it and then it was like, man, you trash out of all of us. It was just like, okay, we know where it's at. Now come drive. There'd be days that I didn't drive and I would just be at the line with them. Oh no, go, you did this, you did that, go do this. And that's where he got mad as fuck at me.
Oh yeah, nigga, I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight.
That's where he got mad at me because
at this point, I'm sorry, are you guys friends now at this point? Okay, good. All right. So now
We
yeah.
wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
but this is where he got mad at me because they're going hard and they're flirting. I'm like, dude, this is great. Like, I'm always at these events by myself. My boys are now driving. They're going
Yeah.
hard. They're
Nigga, I
having
remember
a
that day like
blast.
yesterday.
They're having a blast, right? Then this fool would dominate a wall.
Oh, fuck.
What car is your
This is
weapon
the
of choice?
S14. They put shit in the wall.
S14, right? So he beat the shit out this wall. But then he, from that impact, would start drifting again. And I'm at the line like,
What are you saying? You bounced off the wall.
nah,
I touched the
dawg.
wall. I broke some shit
Nah,
and was
yeah.
like, yeah, we gonna keep going.
So he kept going. And I'm like, whoa, he really fucked up. But he's still drifting. So I'm like, all right. And then he pulls to the line. And he pulls to the line like he's ready to get back in line. I'm like, all right, I like that. And he's like, yo, is the car fucked up? I'm like, yeah. Yo, you fucked it up, right? And I'm kind of looking it over. Now, I didn't see that he broke a control arm.
Oh, fuck.
Because his car slammed with arrow.
Okay.
So I'm looking, I'm like, your wheels are kind of pointing straight, but you just drove it still.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
That motherfucker said that shit good.
I did. So I
said
I
it's
guess it's good.
He said it's good.
You gave him.
He gave me the green light.
You
I was
trusted him.
shocked, like,
Now, you know I came out that
damn.
motherfucker hot with the young man mentality, ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he got mad as fuck at me. And then
Why?
what-
Because you
so
because
you
you
won
drove
again?
off.
So you went
Because I hit the track again. I'm like,
Yeah.
we riding. Like, he
Yeah.
said it's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm tossing that bitch in again.
And then what
Yep.
happened?
Yep.
he just got mad at me.
Yep.
I'm like, but you kept driving it.
Yeah.
So did it not feel good or not? Because you like got in it.
Yeah.
I like that we're years down the line, and I
Yeah.
can still hear in your voice.
Yeah.
I was so
I feel the
confused.
same way.
Yo, he hit the wall so fucking hard, bro. I'm like, God damn. And when he started going again, I'm still sitting like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, how is that car going straight? Like, it's not, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
So I didn't know.
It was probably broken in just the right
It
way.
was. That's what the problem was. Because when he come to a stop, his wheels are still straight. So I was like,
I'm like, he
I would be
beat
mad
right now.
too.
yeah. So he was.
I'm like, this
he was
motherfucker sent me out on
mad
the
as
track.
fuck at
with a
me,
fucked
yo.
up car, right?
This shit was a setup.
I got a buddy
Yep,
of mine.
exactly. That's how I felt about that
He was
shit.
mad as
For
fuck
hella
at me,
years,
yo.
too.
I got a friend of mine, one of my best friends of mine. It's a similar story, like
Yeah.
because different situation. He's a little on the drunk side.
Yeah.
He asked me, "Hey man, does this girl look good?"
Yeah.
And we and in a way that we wanted. He just did some dumb shit to me earlier that week.
Oh, so you gassed.
I said, yeah, man, she was
Wow,
great.
dude. Wow.
Next day, dude, I fucking hate you. We didn't talk for like a month and a half. We were roommates, month and a half, and then one day.
I'm thinking they
He
didn't fuck
needed
with each other
eggs or some shit.
for years.
Was this a year's thing?
It was a
Yeah.
rift
It was
because
years,
what happened because we're
risky.
all
You trusted him.
Risky.
It's
Yeah.
too risky, right? Because during that time, bro, it's like, nigga, I'm ready to fight. So
Yeah.
every time I see him, I'm
But
ready
it
to
was
fight.
a narrative that started
Right.
between him and the other homeboy. Man, Lex gonna send you on a crash out mission, right? Because then the other homie is crashing too, right? And I'd be like, why are y'all crashing? We're supposed to be precision driving. Like, come on, man.
Because the goal isn't to crash, right? Frankie always tells me,
Hell
he's
no,
like,
they're going to
I'm
crash.
like, I always tell Frankie, I'm gonna crash into your door.
But,
I hate when
look,
people say that shit.
And
drive?
then he says,
Y'all drive?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he always tells me, I want you to get as close as you can
Yeah.
without touching
That's
me.
the point.
so that's what I was on.
yeah.
So when they were crashing, I'm like, oh, come on, man, you're fucking up the mystique.
Yeah. I feel you on
You're
that.
bringing the show mentality,
Yeah,
right?
But I was getting hyped because they were driving.
during
They're
that time,
pushing
yeah.
limits.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you, during that time, your boy just moved back from LA,
Mm-hmm.
right? Nigga came back on 3-piece wheels, 12,
Yeah, he was
12,
arrow,
12,
man, I'm
12 and a
telling
half deep wheels.
Yeah.
All that shit. That shit wasn't even a thing
Yeah.
then. That shit wasn't even a thing then.
I need
So
to see a
I
photo
was-
of that car.
so I was-
wet.
I was
all
hyped when they
Superman
were.
kit, all that shit.
I was hyped when they were driving. So I'm like, great. I'm happy.
Uh-huh.
They were mad at me. So I was like, fuck. But so what?
But they need you in the group to cause this fire.
No, so that
I'm
they're,
telling you,
they're
it's
super
important.
self-determined, right?
Yeah.
Stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
You're
almost
fucking it
You're
up.
almost trying to control
Yeah,
it.
I'm the old head, the grouchy.
Nah,
one. No,
you need
don't do that
both.
shit.
You need both sides of the coin.
Yeah, so they'd be like-
wait. I need to ask Jamar at this point. Like, what did you like? Would you say that helped you, or it made you mad worse?
He was fucking mad.
He was ready to fight.
Yeah. The only agreement we had is we don't do nothing in front of other people.
Yeah.
Like if I saw
Yeah,
him
yeah,
at
yeah,
Walmart
yeah,
and just
yeah.
me and him, we'd probably
So-
gonna be on.
Yeah,
But if we went to like,
But we
Right,
never,
specifically.
Yeah.
yo, but we never, it was never.
Yeah.
That seems to be like an older mentality
Yeah.
too,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, the
because
deal was-
nowadays I've been hearing shit like that doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Nah, dog, we would never do
Right.
that. We're never gonna do that in front of anybody.
Yep.
He could be like a fuck you, or you know, but it was never. If we were in public,
You keep it within your
right,
family.
if we're in public, it's good, right?
Yeah.
But if you was at the grocery store by yourself, you better be ducking and dodging.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'll be on your ass with a box of cereal, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
hey, so it was so funny because I was so steadfast. Like, no, I don't give a fuck if they're mad.
Yeah.
That I didn't do that, and you kept driving. So I had no clue how fucked up your car was.
Yeah.
I gave it a once over. It's 9 p.m. at night.
And I was like, bullshit.
Yeah. I said, I gave it a once over. It's mad fucking dark. I can't see under your car because it's low. I didn't know your control. I would not try because we represent each other.
It's not like you wanted to see him crash anyway.
Right. So like I said, I don't care about nothing. So when they got mad, I said, okay, they mad.
But he didn't know that you didn't
He did,
want to.
but we didn't communicate
We
like
didn't
that.
communicate. We didn't
So we
communicate
grew
for
up with
sure.
communicating.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Right?
I'm gonna tell you like this: that bay temper.
Yeah.
That
So
bay
when
temper,
we're
yeah.
both like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Then just fuck you, right? And that was it for months, for years.
You just
For
knew
years.
that when you ran into each other and it was gonna be out of a public
Oh,
environment,
hey.
you knew what time it was.
So look, the Riot Squad, we started this shit together, all of us.
Yeah.
They were like, fuck y'all. And they went and started their own shit. And then me and my boy was like, anytime we see these motherfuckers at the line, we're tearing their fucking heads off.
Dude, it's
They
wild.
started vibing.
Yeah.
drifting in the street, like having fun. And me and my boy are like, if these niggas come to a track, we're tearing their fucking heads
They
off.
wasn't coming to a track. They wasn't coming to the streets.
They were
straight
playing in the
on-
streets and we were playing on the track.
That's
and that's
funny
what happened.
because now there's this rivalry. Like,
Yep.
why are they drifting in the street? You should keep that stuff on the
Hey,
track.
But I ain't gonna lie though, Mike had the worst though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That nigga had the worst. That was the worst. That bad influence for sure.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we was in Vacaville. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you like this. We was in Vacaville, and Vacaville is like the white area, right? And when I say white area, I mean like that's the privileged area, right? And we was drifting right
Everywhere.
in their area, like we was tearing up the fucking roundabouts and then hitting the on ramps, all kind of dumb shit. Right? Because the thing was, right, there was no police.
Yeah.
There was no police. Like,
So we be
you go
over
to the
here.
hood, nigga, there's police everywhere.
So
Right?
we'd
We
be
go to
over
Vacaville,
here
there ain't no
like,
police.
look at these fucking hoodlums.
Right.
What in the fuck are they doing? And we're over here trying to be super clean, professional,
Yeah.
astute, by the book ass
And you
drifters.
couldn't
Right?
call it sideshow either because
No, they were
we-
drifting.
We was really hitting on ramps, third gear and shit.
And we were doing that. But we weren't showing it.
That sounds
they
more,
were showing
That sounds
it.
more fun to me. I
No.
don't know.
Yeah.
So that's but we were doing that.
Yeah.
But we didn't show it.
Right.
Okay.
They were like, fuck that. We know y'all don't like to show it. We doing it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
went up on the street
On the
shit.
street.
Yeah, on street
We're
shit.
like,
Yep.
okay, well, fuck it. We're going to go
Full
to
track.
every yeah.
Yeah.
So we had the same group that split. We went full track.
That shit was wild,
They
bro.
went full street.
During that time, it was wild, bro. Because I barely drove my car on the street because I already knew what was happening.
Yeah,
Like the police get behind you, we was running. Like,
They had
like,
it.
because
No, they had
yep,
it bad. It was
Yep.
bad with them.
Yep, and my shit's always been teal. Like right now, this is the first color change ever.
Yeah.
My shit's always been teal. The police get behind you, they knew what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would always be watching them because I still fuck with them. I don't fuck with them though.
I'm sorry. I gotta check the date. What year is this?
This is 13, 14.
14,
Okay.
13,
All right,
something
cool.
like that.
So we had already started Black Dudes Drift because we were,
Wait,
trying to,
so you guys took this rivalry
yeah.
and you were like, oh, so you took a rivalry and naturally you're like, fuck it, let's just be one now.
No.
No.
That's not
So
what
you-
happened.
Hey,
there was
see,
still a lot of
that's-
shit
yeah.
talking in
See,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
So here's what was it was so
Something
much
there.
subliminal
Right,
shit.
right.
there happened. I
We
need
be
to know.
subbing the fuck out each other in this group.
Right.
Nobody knew it, but we was like, but so we had started the group, but the thing was, yeah, we were at odds. We were at big, heavy odds. There was the other homie in our group. One day we were at such odds. He came over and was saying, "Oh man, is that?" I was like, "Let's just fucking fight," because there's no reason to argue if one of us can't whoop each other.
Yep.
So, right? Because
I mean,
I'm not
that's how
about because I'm not about talking.
That's how it's gonna end.
You just
anyway.
roll around with boxing gloves in the back of the car.
Yeah.
So it was like, so I would
Because
tell,
like I want to hurt you, but I don't want to hurt
I would
you.
tell,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
tell other homies, no, tell Jamar he gotta see me.
Yeah.
And Jamar would be like, tell him he gotta see me. But we were still running a group together.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So both of you are running this group.
Because no matter who started it, like, okay, so I made it came up with the idea, whatever. But no, we're in position.
Okay.
Everybody's in the same position.
Yeah.
I want to ask so aside from like the camaraderie type of thing,
Yeah.
what was the motive? Because I want to at this time
Clean whips, bro.
clean what you're
Clean
bringing
whips,
the
just
same
style.
culture that you guys are both been brought up in, but now you're just uniting it together.
It was just like, we laugh, party, play, and talk.
But you
know,
don't fuck
all
with
the
each other.
same
But
way.
you fuck with each
Well,
other.
no, but just
But
as,
you fuck with
but
each
just as like this, it's like when we used to hang out at the trap, we'd be playing Kill It.
You got siblings,
I do. I'm the
so
oldest.
you know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get.
So
yeah.
it was just like that, but we wanted to still bring unity, but we were funking.
Yeah.
But it was
That was just
really
like your
funny.
personal shit. That was
Yeah,
going on.
but
Yeah,
I
bigger
would still
picture,
look
though.
at them, and if anything happened to them, I'd feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I was doing it.
That is different.
Right.
Yeah.
But so when it got to the point where that mellowed out, it's like, it's whatever.
So you said Riot Squad. That was the
Yeah.
original, and that was when you guys were
All
still
of
like,
us.
oh, cool.
Yeah, it was Riot Squad, and then it went from Riot Squad to me and Mike. We was on Dark
Dark
Order.
Order.
We had that shit for a minute.
That's sick.
That shit dropped off. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad bag of dope. and then now we on Ronin Boots. You feel me?
Yeah. And so we stayed how we were, and then we had
So Black Dude's Drift was kind of just like an event you guys were like. What was that? 'Cause
No,
that's separate from the,
it didn't become an event until, and this is why, and this is why. So as we how we are now, like what
Yeah.
you've seen today,
yeah.
this is because Jamar, I was interested in expanding friends groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy might know this group of dudes, so we can all expand our friends group.
And it
for
sounds like
music.
you've been thinking like this. Because
Yeah,
remember
always.
the Tapex thing.
Always, yeah. So
He
I always
he always want a new friend.
He's always thinking,
he always want a new
am I not enough? Like,
But it's like, but the more people you know, the more your net can get cast.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know who you don't know until
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Right?
More
So,
opportunities and stuff.
yeah, and just like a great
He a
situation.
positive mind. He see the good in you before you see the bad. I'm looking at you like,
You wanna
man.
fight.
I'm looking at you like, man, get this motherfucker away from me.
Yeah. So that's what started the group, and then it was an inside joke because I would always display my car at World Time Attack, NASA. I'm sorry, not NASA, but NASCAR, Indy, and shit like that. So I would display my car there, and because the car is how it was, people didn't come to me about the car. They
what did
came
you
to-
have done now at this point in your car?
How it
Do you remember
looks.
exactly how it is?
When so we
Boy,
were,
that
we
boy
were-
car been the same for years. That bitch ain't been remixed for
I was gonna say that
because
because we were walking around the pits when we first got there,
And
I-
that's one of the
I
first
walk-
ones we stopped
I walked
at.
up to that like a magnet. I was
Yeah.
like, "Who's got these stickers on here? What's this?
Yeah.
What's this OMG drift car? Like, who
I
is
do
this
that
guy?"
because of vintage.
Yeah, dude,
Back
I
in the
loved
day,
it.
yeah,
Back in
it
the
used to be
day.
Yeah,
OMG,
he was next to me. I was like, "This is from my
I can
time."
I can
Yeah.
tell I can attest to that because Frankie was like, I'm gonna be able to tell how long this car has
Yeah.
been in the game
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Went to the back windshield and he goes, "You see this?"
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's
what
exactly
is
why I
it?
keep it like
I don't
that.
know what is
Yeah.
that. Like
That's why I was like, "I want to see this car rip today."
that's
And I was having a wastegate issue.
He
but-
probably
yeah,
ain't never wrecked that motherfucker either.
I wrecked the shit out of that car. I made my son cry with that shit getting fucked up. Jesus. Because to him,
he made his child cry.
yeah, to him, that shit's a family member.
Yeah, yeah.
And he never saw it
like
get
a pit
fucked
bull,
up.
boy.
And he saw it get fucked up. And I came to the pits and I could already see him crying. I'm like, damn, I fucking hurt his feelings.
That's like the family dog getting hurt.
That's exactly what it was. I was like, it's okay, baby. Like, I'm fix it. I fucked up. And it was what happened when I was tired. I went and did some paid event the day before I was supposed to be at home getting rest. I'm up all fucking night, and I'm like, it's whatever. It's the drifter way. I'm gonna show up with no sleep. I showed up with no sleep and was trash. It's fucking spun it, and my boy went bong. He came into my car. It was fucked, but
Well, it happens.
it was it happens, but it was just funny. So with the car being on display as it is, another guy that we would volunteer, but I was very consistent with
Yeah.
showing up. So other guys would come, and nobody would come to me about the cars. I would display 2 of my cars. I would display 3 of my cars.
Back
sometimes.
then.
Yeah.
Baller shit.
And nobody was fucking coming to me about it. So I was like, that's fine. Here's the rundown of everything with the car. They have questions. You can answer them. No problem.
Yeah.
So he would answer everything they asked about the car. They're like, damn, dude, how long you had it? He said, this isn't my car. They're like, the fuck? Whose car is it?
Who you pointing at?
He pointed me.
Yeah.
They'd look. That's his car? He's like, yeah.
what are they shocked? Oh,
Yeah.
because of the stereotype.
He goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
So sometimes people would walk up, yo, this is fucking sick.
Did you see my reaction just there?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
we're talking
that
about
way.
NASCAR fans. We're
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah, yeah,
No,
you know
like
what I
that's.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a prime example of it right there. Like,
So how the black dudes drift came about is a person literally said black dudes drift.
oh, as a question.
Like what?
So yeah, so the group started. It just took the question mark
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
It was a hashtag group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
is a what I could tell right now, and like one thing I heard from an old manager is it's the term forged by fire.
Yeah.
This is like from so much different struggles that everybody went through.
Yes.
Different problems, different solutions that were brought. You came with this.
And so just because of that, it was like, oh, that's funny. So then we keep a tally to ourselves. And my other homie, he's a white kid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then we start keeping a tally. And when he noticed it, he'd be like,
Yep.
That's funny, dude.
and so it just started to be really funny. It started to be very regular and really funny. And then when I tell them, yo, can you believe this shit? Or sometimes I would set a camera up, just set it there,
Yeah.
and show people, look, for real, this happens.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh yeah, this happened to me too.
Yeah. That's
And,
just
and
like
drifting is like a thing by now in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to think because okay, so I got into drifting roughly around like 2017. And when I met Daryl
5 years ago? No, that's 6.
6 years
Yeah,
ago.
that's what 2023 now. Huh?
Yeah, I
6
get
years
yo,
ago.
Oh yeah, 2020.
and at this point, when I met Daryl, I'm trying to think because 2017, that's a couple years after you're running into this problem now. Daryl and I, when I met him, I was like, I don't know if I even thought about it that way. I looked
Right.
at him. He had a cool ass car.
Yeah, we don't.
And he was
but
he
our
was
area-
rolling up, and then he was like, hey, I was like, hey, you rolling up? I'll match.
Because it's regular. Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, man, I have BMWs, I got E36s. I was into Hondas at the time and grip.
We all had
then,
a Honda, bro.
and then we bonded over the part where we discovered drifting at the same time. And like I never thought about it.
And it's
that
not
way.
a thought. So
Yeah.
our community is not a thought.
not, yeah.
Yo, everybody, it's not a thought. We didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But race fans, you did
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's
Okay, so it wasn't really a thing within the community. It was a thing within the larger community.
The larger community.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, racers, the fuck is this drift shit?
Yeah.
yeah. Because a race, there's a winner. When people ask me how do you
Exactly.
win,
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
drifting was always.
People ask me that shit all the time,
Yeah,
too.
they-
Like, they're like, what do
yeah.
you win when you go drifting? Hey,
Hey,
bro, you
so-
don't understand the stress.
in
release
fact,
that
I might
comes
be
from that.
losing more.
Hey, so them
Yeah.
dudes, they
Drifting.
used to think they were clowning. Oh, so it's like figure skating. I'm like, yeah, it
that
is.
was how
I was like, yeah, it's
It's an
subjective.
exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd look like that was supposed to offend you. No, it doesn't.
No,
Yeah,
No.
because it's judged.
but that's exactly how it was. Drifting was the black sheep of the auto racing.
Autos, yeah.
Like
and
that
so,
was, it's kind of funny how it probably still is, but in my mind, it's like, dude, you guys.
but
are
it's
about to
such a
get wiped
force. It's
out by
undeniable.
drifting.
Yeah, it's such a force. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
Like I do driver instructing, race car drivers to drift. Because you don't lose you don't spin off the track because you couldn't keep your car straight.
Yep.
You might
Yeah.
lose the position.
Yeah.
You might lose the lap time, but you're still in the game.
Yeah, knowing how to control a car and drift is one of the most useful things, even for street driving in our area when it snows.
Yeah, you get sideways, you kind of
You lose the car, and you're
no
just
big deal.
immediately like, well, this is not a big deal. But then other people,
It
they lose
is
the car.
undeniably fun. You watch a car
Oh, yeah,
review
yeah.
of a professional driver and they're talking about the car, and the only time you will see them smile really big
When they get sideways.
is when it gets sideways and they're like, woo! Look at that. Like,
Yeah.
and through years of growth, and as I think you mentioned earlier, it was more like you weren't advertising this.
No, so
You weren't just like, hey, we're actively
And
like
we
trying to
did not-
build a community.
right. So because it was an inside joke, it wasn't like we were trying to, hey, come
Yeah,
come
join,
be down
join,
with
come
us.
join, come join, bro.
It was just those that knew. Those that didn't
Yeah.
don't.
Nigga brought me
A bowl of mashed potatoes?
Nah, bro, this cream
Cream
wheat.
of wheat.
Cream wheat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, motherfucker hungry. Let me tell you.
Hey, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's 11 at night.
Look,
Hey, you
man.
don't know what cream wheat is. Let me tell you.
Look, man, you've
This
been
nigga
working
gonna
all
say,
day.
my lord. I'm like, what? Whispering in my ear and
Oh,
shit.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, let me
It
tell
ain't no
you.
grits.
How that Henny Palmer feeling?
It's fantastic.
See, I had to give me some cream wheat.
Look, man, I told you this was a comfortable podcast.
Yeah. Nah, this is cool.
Please.
But
But
half
it-
these motherfuckers that's gonna be listening don't even know what cream wheat is. Bet you gonna be at Food Flesh, nigga, Safeway, looking for some cream wheat. I'm gonna tell you right now, get you some condensed milk and some sugar and some unsalted butter. All right.
All right.
Stop lying to them. Don't get cream of wheat. Get grits. Grits is
Grits is good too.
Grits we're familiar with.
Grits is good too.
far superior.
Far superior. It's a superior starch.
Grits is good, but I like my shit sweet. I like sugar. You feel me?
Yeah.
Get your grits with some cheese in that motherfucker, bro.
That sounds southern.
Like,
This is the best podcast we ever had.
Hey, I you
Big
know
ball,
how when you
boy.
put sugar and grits and people be like, what in the fuck are you doing? I'm from California.
yeah.
I stay putting sugar. in
Yeah,
my
I'm
grits,
putting
too.
sugar in shit.
I've said it multiple times today. I'll look at Frankie. I'm like, yo, I don't think California is real, dude. I'm having a blast over
We're-
here.
Yeah. It's
We're
different.
people.
Until you start paying taxes.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
getting ready to say
that's why
it.
we don't live
When
here.
that 10%
But look,
hit your
hey,
ass on your paycheck and the grocery store, boy,
Hey,
let me
look,
tell you.
the thing that's funny about it is those that can sustain, we're having a blast.
Yeah.
Right? We know it's tough. We go pay them bills each month. We're like, God damn.
Yep.
But after that's paid, all right, let me go see how I can function with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With
And the
everything
thing
else.
is like, with that, you're still drifting. Like,
Yeah.
you're still finding a way to
yeah,
drift.
it's ignorant. We got
There's things that you cannot give up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't drifted since last year, motherfucking summertime.
But why haven't you been drifting?
Well, money is tight. Let me tell you.
No.
Why does Lex look pissed?
No, because he's saying he ain't drifting, but this motherfucker got his own shop and shit.
There you go.
Okay.
See, I mean, dude, I haven't been
Shop
drifting.
bills.
I haven't been drifting
he's
for 3
busy.
years.
Yeah, busy.
I'm in the same boat.
Busy.
I get it.
He's busy.
Frankie hasn't driven for
of
3
course-
years.
Yeah.
And of course, it can't come out unless it's presentable.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He
Yeah.
wanted
So I
shit.
got my guy
but
Joe.
look,
That's
hey,
my
but look,
car right now.
But look, a week ago, that motherfucking car was a shell and in pieces. A week ago.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Joe.
Yeah, but see the network. He do this, that, get this done, gets this done. He can go to work and leave Joe the car, and then it comes back pink as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's the network, right? That's what the shit is about.
Treat people right. They'll treat you right.
Yeah. You got your network of friends, and you meet them, and then you're like, nah, I really fuck with this dude. I mean, I fuck with everybody, but I really fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
And I can trust this motherfucker. Yo, go get the key to my house. Go in there, grab this, grab that. Get this. Go get my truck. Take my
Yeah.
truck. Matter of fact, take my truck.
Don't
to go
let
do an
shit be
event.
about money, bruh.
No, it's
Nah,
never
yeah.
about money. Yeah. If I pay for an event, I ain't gonna make it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like literally, I don't. That's something that we've always had because we've always had a little bit of change, and it's like, yo, I'm never gonna get mad at you about $1, dude.
Yeah.
It's never that.
I think,
I mean, we're lucky too. We have a really good friend group, and we've had
Yeah.
that for
yeah.
years too.
And
So-
I
but
think
a lot of
it's
people
just
don't
because
have that.
I think it's just because good energy attracts good energy.
That's really it, man. It's
Like,
the good energy.
It's all day today. I didn't meet a single person. I'll be up on those little grandstands on the side of the track, and I'll be saying something, and somebody will say something to my right, and then all of a sudden we're having a conversation.
That's what I loved about today.
I mean, dude, but what you're doing is big because the thing I hear the most in our area is people will reach out and they'll be like, "Man, I wish." Like they'll leave a comment on something, they'll be like, "Man, I wish I had a group of friends like this." Like straight up.
Bro,
You're making.
Hey, but friends, that shit is hard work, though.
You are.
That shit,
You
that,
are.
that shit ain't just easy, right? There's ups, there's downs, right?
Yeah.
You may be upset with each other or whatever, right? But it's like, nigga, that's a wife. You feel me? That's a wife, right? There's ups and there's downs or whatever, right? And that's just the way life is.
like he and I, it's like we have whatever. That's just past it. It ain't about nothing. So we back to, man, fuck that.
I think at this point, this is just you're together now, forever.
No, but
That,
so
hey, we both married, man.
but look, but
together.
In New York, they're gonna hit that with an A.
but like what it is like so if I could say, yo, you got the lead on this, right?
Yeah.
Because you were the one, y'all went across to the Midwest,
Me and Joe.
and y'all went across to the Midwest,
Yeah.
and met the other cats there. I've gone by myself to all these isolated places and met with a lot of dudes personally. But you started the vibe event with the folks. So
Yep.
you got that.
Yeah.
This is your, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna try, as busy as I am, I'm gonna try to do anything that you need me to do. And it's not about who started, whatever. You got this because you are the one that went to places, and then you've done two of them.
Yeah.
Put the work in.
Put the work in.
Yeah.
So I respect that my brother got that. Now, can I help him? Can I volunteer to bring the stress down? Because it's not about, I started the vibe.
Yeah.
It's not about that shit.
No,
It's
no.
about I.
No.
There's no
Hey,
I and we.
another thing he used to get mad at me. Why the fuck you always say we? I never said I.
That's a bullshit that you tell me, Frankie. I'll be like, we're gonna go do this. I don't know, hearing a lot of this we.
You
I
gonna go do
definitely
that.
said
You
that.
gonna go do that.
Look, I would go to a comp, and it was always we did this, we did that. You'd be like, "What the fuck you saying we?"
I'm the biggest.
It's me.
I'm the biggest
You ain't doing
advocate
shit
for
but watching.
we.
But it's so funny because it's there's only a few people that know he and I have had static before, right? But then,
It hit the internet once.
Well, hit it now
It's
too.
hit it now too.
it's really like, man, honestly, when you do the okay or oh well, and if his vibe ain't, if we're not on it, we're not on it.
Yeah.
I tell you, bro, when they hit the internet once, right?
Yeah.
Here's one of those things where he's like, pull up. I'm like, man, if I pull up, he gonna have the police waiting.
No, I was really like, it's because and then that's the other thing.
What the fuck is happening?
But that's the other thing. No, because it's funny how we operate in the Bay. It's really like, no, pull up.
I think it's funny now because
That can
you
be
guys are
fire,
telling
though.
me this story and,
On the back end.
and there's a big smile on both of your faces.
Because it's funny as shit.
yeah, and to those of you who are not on the camera chat, they have the biggest smile when they're saying this shit.
Because it's so fucking funny that
Yeah,
we
like-
could, and then but look, the younger generation, I don't think they know how to do that.
No.
They don't know how to communicate, right?
No.
And I would say this, right? Like, you really have to understand yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You really have to understand yourself and understand your emotions, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you this, right? As black people, right?
Oh.
We wear our emotions.
Yeah.
We communicate with our emotions, right?
Yeah.
And some folks can't handle that shit.
It's
Man.
aggressive.
It's aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
like even with my day-to-day work, I'm at work, right? When I communicate, right, sometimes I'm animated, right?
Yeah.
And motherfuckers be like, you have an attitude? I'm like, nah, bitch. like, you ain't seen an attitude. Like, let me show you. Let me put this motherfucking pencil down real quick. Let me show you what an attitude is, right?
You want to go grab a pencil?
Right.
This has happened more than once.
Right. But it's just like we animated with how we express ourselves, right? And not everybody can handle that.
I think, and
I mean, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
The kids nowadays, dude. Come on, man.
But it's, yeah.
They're talking through this shit all day.
And they don't have older homies that are really like, hey, knock that shit off.
Exactly.
No. And I was about to say, like, right now, again, it's multiple generations right here on this table colliding at the same time. And right now, you're telling me all of this, and I'm not just discovering, but it's more clear to me who I'm gonna be with, who I'm gonna be fucking with for the rest of my automotive life because of what we do. And I'm now even more excited because I'm like, When are me and what are we gonna beef about? I'm like, whenever that comes, I'm gonna win that fight.
Yeah, but I tell you like this, right? Don't let it be money.
Nah,
Never.
nah.
Right.
Don't let it be on some financial shit.
You
because
mentioned trust earlier. That's more important to me.
Right, that shit gonna come and go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna come and go, definitely. Right? But loyalty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being honest is gonna be key.
Yeah.
With how you move forward with any relationship you got.
Like the trust thing to me is important
Yeah.
because you and I'm not talking about letting somebody go off the line
Yeah.
with their control arm busted. I'm saying like
Disrespectful.
I'm saying like you mentioned keys
My
to the
nigga wanted a
house.
show.
I had no clue it was that kind of show.
Yeah, you mentioned keys to the house. Somebody who can help you.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, Chris, now Frankie's employee, I was on a vacation with my family, and I was a lot younger,
let the dog out?
and nobody, no, he did not let the dog out. He would come to my house on his lunch break. He worked around the corner from my house. He worked at a dealership,
Yeah.
and I needed help rebuilding my SR.
Was it Nissan?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a Nissan dealership, and he would
Yeah,
he would
we all
go
work for
there
Nissan.
home
Right,
on
right.
his lunch break while I'm in Miami with my family, and work on my engine. And when I came back, the engine was done, and now we can work on it. Continue working on it.
Yeah. See,
Not a lot of people are gonna do that shit for
but
somebody.
He did that because that's his boy, and he knew that they were gonna drift together.
I trusted him.
you know?
I wasn't asking him like I trusted what he had to offer me
you're right.
because you were gracious enough to offer it to me. I didn't.
Chris is like that too.
Yeah.
He'll be the first to help. anyone.
Daryl's like that too.
Yeah.
I was having issues with my transmission, and Daryl will be the first one. Nah, man, we're gonna figure this out. And then I have to sit there, and I'm like, I don't know why the fuck I'm freaking out about this. We're gonna figure this out.
Right.
And yeah,
You
I
know
guess
why,
that
though.
is.
You know why? See your nature. Some motherfuckers freak out on shit.
Yeah.
Shit be small. They be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird though? I don't know. Like, wouldn't you think the younger generation would see that and they would want that?
That they do.
Why
want
do
that.
they go?
Yeah.
Why do you think they go towards the animosity aspect of it right away?
That's very easy.
Damn. Man.
Depends on how they brought up too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
How they brought up,
It's
for
easy,
me,
isn't it? It's
Right.
easier to jump to punk motherfucker.
Wait, I forgot. Josh is here.
Nah,
Wait,
bro.
I want you
Right.
because you're on something good right now. I'm
But
gonna turn the mic.
But you know what? It may not be just on the easier aspect. You know what I'm saying? It can be for how you brought up. Like for example, like when kids would come to my neighborhood hostile, my parents were like, you better go whoop their ass. And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was come out the house, taking off my shirt, like who I'm slapping up. That's that's what was going down. So it depends.
Now they just
on how
talk shit on the phone.
on how you was brought up. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, yo, I want to see what Josh said because he said some animosity.
Speak that shit. We
No, it's
listening.
fine. It's easier to just like return animosity, project
Yes,
animosity,
yeah.
or just like do those things instead of like actually like understanding why you're upset, why there's animosity, and then working to resolve it.
Because think about processing your emotion and
And
the
at some
event.
time- at some
And it's
point, some of that
easier
shit
to
is
be
done.
mad about a problem than to solve a problem.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Cause like if he does something that I don't like, I might not say that I don't like it. I'm just gonna be pissed that he
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like tell him, hey, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And then boom,
Right.
he won't do it again because you know we cool.
Yeah.
But if I just like act different to him because I didn't like it, he's obviously gonna see that I'm acting different or I'm acting weird, and he ain't gonna like that. But then ain't nothing being solved. So that's the easy way out. But
Communication.
it don't actually solve it.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of-
That's 100% true.
Hey, this mic heavy as fuck though.
Hey, man, it's good quality shit. All right. We ain't playing games when we come here. All right.
Something that has been more prevalent in our community nowadays is self-awareness. It's a lot of self-awareness focus now.
Understand
Apparently, there was. I feel like there's been a large increase in awareness of that. Like we need to be more aware of what's going on in our own brains so that we can continue to be productive.
Yeah, if you can't analyze yourself and understand what the fuck's going on with yourself, boy, you on a downward spiral to death, boy.
Yeah.
Something like that, blowing your own brains.
And
out.
I'm a victim of that too.
Understand yourself.
You can. It's so easy to get in a spiral of defeat and like depression on something that can take you just a little bit more time to figure out what is going on there.
Push and never give up.
Yeah, and that
dopamine, that excitement of when you didn't just allow it to defeat you, and you figured the workaround, once you're like, oh shit, I got that.
I mean, like Lex said, bro, my car was in pieces a week ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that shit. I ain't bringing that shit. You know what I'm saying? My boy Joe stayed up hella late, you know what I'm saying? Helping me get that car together, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to keep it moving.
And I just, how often nowadays that you mentioned that high, right? Now I feel like, and I can only imagine how many times you do this, but you stop sometimes. Today, for example, I stopped there and I'm like, damn, this is a whole thing that's going on here. Like, this is different. This stuff here, like.
No lie, when I came over that first hill, when you can see the track, and I saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, no, I thought it was just gonna be like 40 or 50, just drivers. I was like, whoa.
No, all day, I said, every time I would turn to somebody, I'll ask, like, where are you from? The first 4 people were 4 different states.
Yes.
And I'm like, how many times am I going to
was
be able to
so
be like, I
cool.
met some dude from Michigan.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm from New Jersey, dude. We're in California.
And you know what's crazy is, right, the diversity, you feel me? Because this is the thing, right? When you in the Bay Area, diversity is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's only when you go to certain areas, right, you experience all that weird bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But to host this shit in February, Black History Month, right, and to have folks of different ethnicities, right, come through, party with you, mingle with you, right, have a good time with you, right, like that shows like they ain't on that bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing.
They understand that. Like
we saw some things that people was on some bullshit, and we're like, damn, how did y'all make that out of what we're like? Y'all really don't understand.
I was gonna say there's probably some sort of structure.
There's been some really messed up stuff. And
With
we're like, damn, that sucks.
Does that
because-
cut?
why
do you
is
think?
it named Black Dudes Drift?
Yeah, I was gonna
right.
say because it's so easily taken as the wrong way, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I came here, I didn't know what to expect, but I came here with an open mind. Not a lot of people are gonna do that.
Jamar and I literally took like 2 hours trying to figure out verbiage that was like, think about it, dude.
Yeah.
That was not offensive to anyone.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah.
And we really tried. That was the actual goal.
Right. And now that we getting back on this topic on the Black Dudes Drift shit, like, let me tell you, right? So have you ever been somewhere, right, and saw one of you?
Just one.
Just one other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Filipino.
Right.
We bond on that. You can
So-
sense that other person's Filipino.
Right.
And you're like, hey,
But then do you feel it? But have you ever felt the energy of others around you during that bondage?
yeah, it's like, why are they
Here.
able to connect on that?
Right. Why are they here?
Yeah.
Shit like that, right? So throughout my time of traveling, drifting, I've been in different places, right? That's the feeling, that's the energy that I've received from others.
Yeah.
Right? Is who the fuck is he? Why is he here, right?
Yeah.
His car's cool, but fuck him.
Yeah. For me, it was like,
And that was the drift community that I experienced traveling to different tracks.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's,
fucked.
yeah.
Right.
And you could be cool with everybody around you, every
Right.
single person. But you see, you'd be like,
I'm over here
Right, and
thinking
then-
like,
I know.
you're good. You're good at that shit, man.
He is good at that. He is good at that.
Hey, we're
but
you know.
but
Yeah,
you would
me and
you
Karl
would
like,
do
who?
that, and it's like you didn't make the effort. You just
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because again, I'm gonna be able to give you a firsthand experience of what it was like. We're out of our comfort zone here. It's
I'm
an
not. I
event.
feel great.
It's well, you can only
As you
imagine,
should, I will
right?
offer you some cream whip with that shit gone.
You can only imagine, right? Like, because something that wasn't public before is now public, and especially in a weird, and not a weird time, but a difficult time.
Yeah.
For somebody to, for a lot of people to accept something like
and
that.
that was why we tried to take such
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
make the statement be as easily accepted that we thought,
Yeah.
and then we're like, damn. Y'all fucking nasty.
Well, okay. When I asked Daryl, I was like, Because he said, you guys, are you down to go? Like, they're going to have this thing at AVS in California. And the first thing I asked was, like, right away, like, are you sure this is going to be cool? Like, I'm not trying to ruin you guys'
Yeah, no,
time.
he's
You
right.
sure ain't
He's
gonna be a bunch of
right.
niggas out there fighting and shit?
No, we're like black dudes drift, but can we go?
Are they going to let Frankie there?
Can I go?
Yo, like literally, I had dudes, and this is why I was like, okay, this is amazing, because I had dudes that I didn't know knew each other.
Yeah.
My boy Josh is a OG Maryland head, right? Then my boy Donnie, black dude, he's in Japan. They're both fucking friends. I didn't know that they knew each other.
We need to finish these
And
bottles.
so
I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying?
when Donnie's like, yo, I'm trying to make it from Japan, and Josh is like, yo, I'll give him my car, and so he can.
He came from Japan.
Nah, he didn't. He was
Okay.
trying to make it, but
Yeah.
but no, we had those. These are the things that we had going on, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, but see, that's great.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Because this is that's what the community's about,
Yeah.
right? You would have dudes say, nah, hey, I just let my homeboy know. You know, white dudes would be like, yo, I let my homeboy know. He didn't know nothing about this. I let him know he's coming now.
Yeah.
Like that's the beautiful thing.
Yeah. Well, the name of the event is pretty much. I mean, it's to help, support the message.
And I think that's why
It's the inside joke that we're letting you know about.
This is
too.
what we
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I was telling people at work. I work in an office building. It's hard for them to embrace this concept. But I told them when I called off, because I called off kind of short notice.
Yeah.
I said,
I'm sick,
I'm
bitch.
gonna go be a part of. Because
for the next 4 days.
We were really looking forward to this because we want to be able to spread the information.
Right.
That it ain't like that.
That's exactly.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
after I asked the question, and now I feel fucking even silly that I even asked it, right?
No, but it's
And-
good
and-
because
and-
that's what
What,
people
what
were
was the
thinking.
question? I'm
And
listening.
which was like, are they gonna be okay with if me and
Oh,
Frankie
yeah.
going?
Hell yeah.
And he
That boy
said,
crazy.
and Daryl just right away said, it ain't even like that.
It's
dude."
for you to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
when
for
we
you
showed
to be
up,
a part of it.
everybody is just it's like a vibe,
Bro, I was so happy that the vibe was so fucking good.
dude.
And I shook hands, high-fived, and hugged hella people because the
Yes.
point was I don't get to see y'all a lot.
Yeah.
And the
Right.
crazy part is, right, we walking through the aisle, we're talking to people, right? And we're like, bro, don't give me no fist pump, boy. You better give
me a fucking
hug.
hug. What's
yeah.
happening?
Because the fact of the matter is if you ain't been around a bunch of African Americans, right, we're the most emotional motherfuckers ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get dabbed up, you can get the hugs, all the shit, whatever, right? But we for sure gonna greet you with love. You feel
Yeah.
me?
And
That's how it felt today.
And
for sure.
everybody, yeah. And so that's everybody. Like the guys that came that didn't have that weird chip on their shoulder. I'm like, yo, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting
Right.
us. Thank you for participating because this is literally what we wanted. We wanted people that were gonna show up and be like, yeah, fuck that name.
Yeah. And then they show up and then they teach themselves. Oh, you know what?
And they're like, yo, we had like that was fun,
yeah.
Right.
right? It's not that. Yeah, we've all been to drift events.
And they mingle with everybody like I ain't so originally when we set it up, right, we had it set up to where black folks mainly drive Saturday and then everybody drives Sunday.
I saw that. Yeah, I read
right?
that.
So that was a thing in the beginning.
Yeah.
And a lot of motherfuckers questioned that, right? And they was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's racist, right? Racist is when you fucking hold somebody down. When you can hold a group of people down.
Yeah, on a greater-
when you
on a
can
greater
fuck them
scale.
over financially, all kind of other shit, right? That's not what this is.
No.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
This is to allow you to see how we gather, right, and how we enjoy each other.
Yeah.
That's why that was set up that way, right? So the folks, there's a lot of folks who understand that, and there's a lot of folks who don't understand that. Like if you're raised in the Bay Area, right, you understand that.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you're like, whatever. We're there, right? Even though we're not driving Saturday with everybody with them, right? Everybody's driving fucking Sunday,
Yeah.
right? And that's the excitement, right? But again, right? It's February, Black History Month, right? The shortest month of the year.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
all it is, right, is a celebration of each other, right? And either you're gonna come and celebrate us, right, or you're not, right? But the ones who come and celebrate, right? It's like, what's up? Like, you got all the love, right? All the sharing, all the caring, right? Like, it's a fucking good time. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure, for sure. And everybody who showed up today, right, said the same thing, right? No matter whether you're white, black, Asian, Samoan, whoever the fuck you are, right? Everyone told me today, right, is I've been to a lot of Drift events, right? And I would never felt how I felt here.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
I said that shit earlier. I've been saying it all day. I'm like, dude, I can honestly fucking cry right now. And then Frankie, we obviously have like we have a little YouTube, and Frankie's like, oh, he's about to cry on camera, and I'm like, fuck you,
big baby.
fuck you. I'm happy.
Hey, but it's
Like-
so for me, my son's 15, right?
Yeah.
I've dragged him to drift events his entire life since he was 3. Now, this means nothing to him. He's drift event. He's just there. The cars, everybody's there.
Yeah.
He knows we're like-minded.
Yeah.
When he pops in today and he's looking and he's like, it was an unexplained thing that he was like, whoa. I've been very content with drift events because it's a focus that I like, and everybody there I like, just because we're all into cars and drifting.
Yeah.
So that's automatic. It doesn't matter what color you are.
Off the rip.
But when he showed up today and was like, dang.
They look like me.
That's now that one moment to him. And dude, I was so proud. I'm like, look at this little fucking 15-year-old kid mingling.
Yeah.
Like he's mingling,
Felt
bro.
comfortable. Walking, talking to everybody.
He's fucking
Yeah.
me. I didn't know where he was half the time.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm looking at me
amazing.
like, where the fuck is my kid?
Same thing with my kid. Walking around, talking to everybody, hopping in random motherfuckers' cars. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He hopping in everything.
Acting different today.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you different
Yeah.
today. What happened was, as a person that is comfortable, just like, oh, I get drifting and I get cool people. But then it was like, oh shit, I get drifting with the same cool people that I see because they came as friends of all these people that look like me. It could be, it's not, it's one of those things where it's not that big of a deal, but it was a big deal that that he did get to see that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit, that's so and so from. I see him on Instagram."
I was about to look over there again. You pointed over there. I was about to look.
That Henny Palmer kicking in.
God
boy.
damn it.
But it's so cool because see, I do my best with Sonoma when we get people like, bro. What's so funny is so my son is in this shit.
Yeah.
It's
and
in him.
as
It's
a
not
father,
on him,
and
yo.
how happy does that make you?
So
I don't have any kids.
For
or anything.
me, right, is a challenge because this little motherfucker's good.
15 years old, you're already doing the shit that that makes me
Bro,
right now.
He's only seen AVS on FR Legends.
Oh shit.
Until this point, until today.
He linked.
And
the
he was
track.
linking that shit too.
Yeah.
He
dude.
went out there and bombed a second gear entry like fat. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
And that's NA.
Nah, he's turbo.
Oh.
But it's low power. It's very low power.
Okay.
See, my thing is you have to learn it before I upgrade it.
Yeah.
I will not upgrade it because you think you need it.
That's what we try to tell everyone.
Yeah. He's got old school chopped knuckles from 05.
Yep.
05.
He has no handbrake.
None. 0.
Factory turbo with a front mounting exhaust.
Still spooling.
Still spooling. And so when he goes out there and he takes everything that I've taught him and then he goes and does it, and I sit back and be like, that was dangerous, but that was tight. Now, I'm not going to stop you. I want you to perfect it without me because so we ride motorcycles too, right? And I've taught him hella shit and he's really good. But if I'm on the track or he's worried about what I think, he sucks.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's a really weird concept. He feels I'm judging him. He
It's the
knows I'm
pressure,
judging
too.
him. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
pressure's on it. If I say, "Nah, go do your thing," and then he does like 2 or 3 sessions, and then I pop out, oh, this motherfucker's fast. I gotta chase him down. So the car thing, he loves it. This is his passion.
Yeah.
It's literally in him. This isn't a fad.
Yeah.
This is him through and through. His first fucking words was drift car. He'd be in the ground. You know how you can go on the carpet and drag it one way?
Yup.
He was making tracks like that, and then he'd sit with his Hot Wheels and run it. That was 2 years old.
I still got that shit in my house though.
I was gonna say,
You know,
I
the Hot Wheel
still,
fucking run.
I would be lining them up.
Oh, he did.
And then you drift them one by one.
His first photos on his iPhone is all his Hot Wheels lined up.
Yep.
And then he go take it and put them in photos and make them look like they're tandem. So this is him since 2. Now he's here. I've been secretly having him drive since he was 8.
God damn.
Couldn't see over the front of the dash, but he could see sideways over the door. Now, I'm like, I'm not asking nobody shit. You're driving. If we get in trouble, we get in trouble.
Yeah.
But now people see him driving, they're like, oh, nah, he actually has talent. And I always tell people, like, yo, do you want a licensed 21-year-old that can't drive or an unlicensed 15-year-old that can drive? Like, can drive.
Yeah.
So now when he goes out and does shit, I'm like, I'm not going to stop him. He's got his Bluetooth comms in his helmet. I don't call him. I don't say, you do your thing. And if you fuck up, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You got to learn it. But we have so much we got a ton of sim rigs at the house.
Yeah.
This little fucker be on there for hours driving the same fucking configuration. Now, he sees me do it, but I do it for a specific reason because I like to perfect things. I need to pick up where I fucked up. I need to do it. So once I do it, I say, cool, I got that. But he'll do it blindly. It's not to perfect anything. It's just running. He's running so many laps. So then when he goes and gets in the car today, I'm like, this fucker has not seen AVS surface at all.
So we talk about this all the time. How race simulators and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been preaching that since 2012.
I've never used one.
I never used one.
I want one though.
I've been preaching
You're
it
a
since
big
2012.
advocate on it. Because
Dude.
that's how I learned.
People used to say, Ryan Literal and JTP would say, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I mean, it's got to work.
I
It's gotta
learned that
help.
way.
It's your minimal
I ain't gonna lie to you.
muscles. What?
I was gonna let it pass, but the names you just named, they gotta show me something. They gotta show me something.
I have no comments.
They got to show me something.
What do you mean? What do
They
you
got
mean?
to show me something.
I don't
I
speak.
think you know what it means. I
Right.
know.
Y'all can take it how you want to.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do
but
not.
I like going to Irwindale. I like going to Long Beach. I need to see something this year.
I do not.
So if you watch this, you better show me something.
I do not
I get what
speak
you're
on.
Why?
I don't speak on.
Cause I live in the danger zone.
I
Yeah.
have no comments.
I can tell.
We know. We've heard
We've
about
heard
the
the
wall.
stories
We've
now.
heard-
Well, I kind of the awesome thing about this is like now I get to know y'all.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna say that shit.
Doug,
Like-
I like for them. Ryan was a dominant dude on Forza, right?
Hey, and he was dominant dude back in the day when it was them versus us.
yeah,
Like back when I lived in LA. Like when I saw him drifting, right? Like that put me on to a lot of the RB shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That really did. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, he went FDE and
Yeah.
he went RB30, you know what I'm saying? I was there already.
I have no comment.
but the reality of it is, right, is I need to see like that old school flavor, like
Yeah.
that old school driving. Like some of the drivers that we have now, that we see now, right, like their grassroots days was wild.
Yeah, and now it's kind of
Wild.
like
Right. Now it's
boring,
kind of
the
like
same.
boring. Like, nigga, I'm coming to see you wreck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming to see that action, right? But I also want to see you win too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I want to see you push it to the motherfucking limits, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they actually go to the limits. Like Like,
I get what you're
Well,
saying.
because
I don't
where
know
is the limit now?
right.
That's what I'm thinking.
And
Shit,
that's
when
why
I look
I
at
can't-
Matt Field, nigga, I see the limit. I see the limit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
The Beach on the
That
Bay.
limit.
Yeah, Chelsea too.
Yeah,
Chelsea too.
Yeah.
When I see those two, right, I see the limit. I don't see them playing games. I see them full throttle, like they putting their feet to the floor like
Then you
the
have something.
Flintstones.
To go off of.
Hey, here's why I have no comments.
Oh
on this.
Lord.
Because
Because
now
I
we
don't
getting
watch
into
it
that
anymore.
bullshit.
I kind of don't watch it either.
Frankie
watch
doesn't
it
watch it.
anymore.
That's why, like, but I watched Denofa.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I watch it for those specific
grassroots
people.
drifting. I basically never watch Formula Drift.
Okay, so I watch grassroots drifting.
But also
This
the New
is-
Zealand shit though.
Yeah. IDC, NZ, D1NZ,
DZ,
D1NZ, and stuff like that.
DMEC.
Yeah.
That's
So
Drift Masters.
So
Drift Masters.
Yeah.
Boy.
That shit's crazy.
what I
Man.
They're
like,
crazy.
what I get to
Crazy.
do with Sonoma is I get to drive with our FD pros, right? So because of that, and a lot of them I've chilled with during these long fucking weekends at Winter Jam, and I'm more invested in them as people,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
And now I don't really care what you do.
Yeah, I be
Out on
trying to
the
drive
track.
like them too. I be stuffing shit into the wall.
Sounds like you've been doing that.
I've been doing that.
and because I have like I've seen the struggle firsthand. I know it's real, dog. So when I was doing pro am and JTP told me, he said, "Yo, do you feel like this is something you really want to do? Do you know how many sleepless nights? Do you know how much of a grind this is? Do you know how hard you have to work to acquire sponsorship
skills.
and funding? Do you know how much? Because I had my kids in 07, right? Do you know how much you're gonna be away from your family? Do you know these things?" And I'm like, right? So he's like, "So I'm gonna tell you, if you not really like this is where you want to live and breathe, don't do it." So at that point, my only goal was Pro-Am All-Stars in 2012.
I remember that shit.
2012, 2013, 2012. And our
was that shit,
season happened to go, it was Irwindale. All the Pro-Am top 3 guys
Yep.
from all the Pro-Ams came battle at Irwindale. That was my only goal. The year I was there, that I was second place, I was going to get in the thing, they canceled it. I said, all right, fuck FD.
I mean,
Right.
honestly, it was probably a good decision.
I mean, but dog, Julian Jacobs did it the year before me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was going the next year. I watched Julian go in that fucking thing, and like, yo, I drive with him.
Yeah.
Right. I can because again, remember I was saying L.A. was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
NorCal we started to fucking creep.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
And I started to sit at Sonoma every week, and I'm like, yo, we're breeding drivers.
I mean, if you asked me around that time, I would have said it was NorCal.
But we still had that chip on our shoulder. We have to prove to SoCal we are those dudes. So we wanted to prove it, not through, we're not even going to talk stats. We want to come and fucking wreck
Show out.
shop.
Yeah, show out.
So I wanted to do Pro-Am All-Stars because a NorCal dude came through in a borrowed car. I think he got like third or something. He did some very impactful tandems. I wanted to come and follow that up. I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to come from the same place.
Yep.
And I wanted to give the same fucking show. So when that got pulled, I was like, damn,
Yeah, that's a bummer.
grassroots it is.
Yeah.
And I've literally, because we built that car to go do FD shit. So at that time frame, that was a car that would have been able to go into.
That's crazy that you kept it then. It's like a time
but we kept
capsule
the
for you.
magic.
Yeah.
JTP, somebody asked him, was like, yo, who got the best FC in North America? Justin was like, Lexus.
Damn.
Then they're like, really? Because when everybody thinks about it, they'll be like, Hurt or whoever.
Yeah.
But what Justin knows, the magic that he learned, he put into my car, right? We never changed it. But when we found a way to improve, we saw if we could apply it. And if it messed with the magic, we brought it back out.
Yeah.
and because he knew, he's like, dude, you've been driving the chassis so long. This is what we do with it. This is how you do it. And when he and I drove together, he's like, oh, nah, this motherfucker got it. The one time, because Justin is, if y'all know him, he's like all right, that's cool.
Yeah, I never met him. I just
Okay,
know of
so
him.
he's a lot of people give him a bad rap.
Like, you can't impress him. He's like,
You can't impress
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
literally how he is.
I'm that way. They said
So
shit about me too.
the day that we drove at Winter Jam and Justin was doing the pros, we started to separate it. First we would all intertwine and mix. Then we started running the FD pros versus the regular guys. And when I came in, and he was like, "Yo, you're fucking rocking."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, word."
Yeah, I was gonna say you must have felt good when you were saying that shit.
So when he said that, I said, "Oh, I can drive now."
yeah.
And that was because I would go a long time. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he was the one, if not the first person that you kind of communicated with.
First FD, anything that I really was like, it would be weird. So a lot of my friends and Justin would call me or I call him. Like, is that fucking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
JTP? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How the fuck you meet him?
MySpace.
You know, right, MySpace. But it was but so that was like, and dog, loyal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're my friend, that's really what it is. And I don't care. I back when it used to be a thing when Rec Magazine and them, they be posting shit.
Yeah.
I would be in the comments defending. Nah, you don't know him. Y'all don't know him. When everybody would be putting shit, oh, he's this, he's that. No, I would waste my time in there saying, no, he's not. No, y'all got it wrong. But he
They
didn't.
don't know.
Yeah,
They
he
just
didn't.
on social media.
Yeah.
He don't care.
There wasn't a way to
Right.
know.
Right. He don't care and he didn't care. And I was like, he don't care.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, cool. And I stopped doing that. But every time I got a chance to drive with Justin, so I would dissect what he did. I always wanted to chase. I think it's only one time he chased me and he punted me all around the track.
Yeah.
He battered me all the way around the track, and I'd sit and laugh, and he'd hit me, and I'd correct, and we'd go, and we made it through,
Damn, dude.
and we was laughing. But when I chase him, I always look and be like, "That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is how he's doing it. That's what he's doing." So I learned how to drive the FC chassis even better, seeing how he was doing it, and then I developed my own shit because I did not want to replace transmissions. Yeah. I don't clutch kick my car. A lot of people don't know that. I clutch bump it. Yeah, I don't go.
okay.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm on factory drivetrain through and through.
Huh.
And Justin would tell me this, I changed transmissions. In the first couple All-Star bashes, I broke transmissions left and right. And I was like, God dang. So then I developed my style. So then it was like when we knew what we had, we knew how the car made power, we did what it did, and we just left it. And that was it. And all I've done is just drive it for a long fucking
Decades.
time.
And
Yeah,
How much power does your car make right now?
400.
And you said stock drivetrain too.
Stock drivetrain, 365 torque, all before 2,800 RPM.
Oh shit. Damn.
It makes power like a LS.
Yeah. What the fuck?
In a rotary, by the way.
Yeah. What problems were you running into today?
Wastegate.
Wastegate.
Because it's 10 years old, 11
Yeah.
years old.
That's probably got the biggest looking wastegate on it still.
It's an old HKS 50
Yep.
Yep,
LTT.
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was
So I got a
picturing.
messed up diaphragm. I believe
Yeah.
it's letting boost go to the moon, and it's like,
Yeah.
luckily that old tune is pulling it back. So it was doing dumb shit. So I'd get on super power, and then it cut out.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is fucked. But of course, because I haven't touched the car, I just maintain it and drive it.
Yeah.
So I've got to revamp it. Then the thing is where I don't want to. Again, I don't want to change anything because Justin's moved away now.
Yeah.
And I used to would come down to LA, spend the weekend, we'd revamp the car, we'd freshen shit up, and then we go. So now it's just kind of like, damn, do I even really want to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if it works, it
Now
works.
it's-
Just
now
fix
it's
it.
more work and shit. And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I used to work side by side with a motherfucker
Yeah.
that knew it through and through.
Right.
And on contrary belief, dog. I remember the time I got mad as fuck at that dude. I didn't want to do my fuel lines. I'm like, I don't know how to do this shit. He's like, yeah, just do this, do that, do this, do that. Man, some fuel flew on my fucking eye. I was so
I've
mad.
been there.
And he's looking at me laughing crazy. And I'm like, bruh, I could fucking RKO your ass, right?
Let me
And
do
he's
this
like,
shit
yo,
wrong.
you mad at me? I'm like, fuck yeah.
I thought I was going blind when that happened to me.
Yeah, dog.
I'm out there calling poison control. So what do I do?
Yeah.
Look at the sun. I'm like, okay. They're like, does it hurt? I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're good.
You're good.
like-
yeah, your eyes still work.
And then another 4 times later, I'm like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
fuel's not that bad. At least twice after that.
Yeah, it just happens, man. You get that one
Yeah.
fucking drop that hits you right here, and it's like, good God, that burns. But it was,
Does that just happen to you? What? Does that just happen to you? Like gas in your eye?
Man.
Well,
You
taking
get
off fuel
everything in
rails
your
and
eye.
stuff.
I ain't had gas in my eye in so long, and I don't even look forward to it.
Yeah.
but it's just, and then
I
car
don't even work
grind.
on gas cars no more.
Yeah, grind. I know this for
Beside my own shit.
working the fucking electric cars.
Yeah.
I'll be buying that. I have the answer for this in my garage, right? I bought a pair of safety goggles.
I knew you were gonna
No,
say that
we're-
shit.
But here's the thing.
No.
But here's the
He
thing.
said a
Every
pair. He not
time,
having one. He has two.
every time I go work on
Something
something,
glasses.
those safety goggles are in the top shelf of my toolbox,
Safety
not
first.
on my face.
looking at you.
Yeah, it's
you
like
bitch.
that.
There's
It's like that.
I hope you get something in your eye.
throughout this process now, because like this is low-key, this has been one of the most organized ones, believe it or not. As much jumping as we've done throughout your guys'
the
story.
podcast?
But we talked about the past.
It actually is
We
pretty
talked about
organized.
today.
Yeah.
I want to know like what do you want out of the future for this?
Yeah, that's an easy question. Let me tell you like this. Right?
Yeah.
Is we want to do this once a year,
Okay.
right?
Do you want to take it like on the road? Do you want to spread
On
this?
the road,
That
because like I said, we started in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. But when we went to Wisconsin, we didn't rent out. You know what I'm saying? The track ourselves. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We kind of invaded somebody else's event, right? They didn't know we was coming like that, right? Until we got there, and it's like, oh shit, there's a bunch of niggas here. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, right? But the vibe was good.
Yeah.
And the vibe was good, right? And we all had a good time. I mean, there were some discrepancies there in Wisconsin or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that's normal when you travel or when you go to areas where people don't deal with, you know, a bunch of African Americans and shit like that, whatever, right?
Oh, you mean that there's not a lot in Wisconsin?
I mean, there may be a lot in Wisconsin,
Certain
but
areas.
maybe not a lot dealing with
Drifting.
drifting.
What track-
Or
what track was-
motorsports.
what track was the first
We went
one?
to US Air.
US Air.
Yeah,
Okay,
we went
so
to
we're
US
familiar with US
Right.
Air.
So I mean, some of the people were good, right?
Yeah.
But also some of the people had just like weird ass attitude. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
dude, the people at the gas station look at us weird because of the way we talk. So I couldn't even imagine what you guys are dealing with.
Bro, let me tell you. I was at the stoplight. This white lady rolled up on us, honking the horn, and was like, "What are you doing here?"
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, she was like, "What are you doing here?" Right? We ignored her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Went and did our thing.
Good.
Whatever. Right? That like, I mean, shit. What else you gonna do? Get that knee put on your neck, boy. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
better keep on rolling. You better shut your ass up, keep it rolling when you in some certain areas. But that's the life that some people live. You get what I'm saying? So it was good, right? The next year, the homie Ryan, he put on some shit at Mid Pond, right?
Yeah, I heard about that one.
They had a good time there, right? And then now we're moving on to what happened today and what's gonna happen tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You know, out here in California, right?
Yeah.
So going forward, right, what we like to see is, right, we want to do something once a year, Black History Month, whatever, right?
Okay.
And it's not, it's just to celebrate one another, celebrate that way. Motorsports at the same time that we do it too, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be in California or Wisconsin. It can be anywhere, right? Whoever is willing to host us, right? We will go if the track is proper, right?
I like
Yeah.
that.
If we're
aspect of
treated
it.
right? We'll be there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where we're gonna go. Every year, Black History Month, right? We're gonna host Black Dudes Drift, right? Somewhere, right?
Cool.
Somewhere, and that's the goal, right? You come out, party with us, enjoy us, right? And we enjoy you too. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? it's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? The vibe is right. The energy is different when you're here. Like everyone fucks with one another, right?
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that you don't fuck with us, right? Don't come.
Yeah.
Right. Don't bring your ass, right?
Yeah.
And don't and mind you, right? There's black people who don't fuck with black people, right? So stay your ass home too, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Stay your ass home.
That's the
What
other
the
part.
fuck is that?
Right.
No, but it's
No
so
shit.
real.
Yeah,
it's so real.
So if you're thinking that white folks don't fuck with black people, right? There's black people who don't fuck with black folks, right?
Yeah.
Right? And the list goes on. But the reality of it is if you don't vibe, if you're not able and capable of getting along with everyone, don't bring your ass here.
Yeah.
Right? Don't bring your ass.
Yeah.
Stay in an area, right, where you're comfortable being you with whatever ethnicity you're
Yeah.
ready, you want to be with, whatever, right? But if you like everyone, come to our event.
Yeah.
Party with us, enjoy us, because we're gonna have fun
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as you
Well,
bring
I'm
a
gonna tell you, I had a
positive
fucking
vibe.
blast today.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody rode in everybody's car. Motherfuckers is sharing cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
There was a lot of that.
Yo, so I do this motorcycle thing, right? And I got dirt bike homies from across the nation. And I looked and was like, what the fuck? You're here? And he's like, yeah, I came for this shit. And I'm like, but I know you as a bike life dirt bike dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you fuck with cars. I see you do, you know,
occasionally.
do some shit, but
Gran Turismo,
yo,
Forza.
you came to this event to really get down? Well, drive my car then. Go.
Yeah.
Knock it. Go have fun, dude.
Is this because Derek said he drove a brown FC today? Are you talking about Derek? That's my friend.
Yeah.
He was at our house before this.
And I
yeah.
purely know him from dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Derek
Derek
on the
fucking knows
bicycle.
everybody. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because he's a friend of mine where I was seeing him doing this drifting shit. And I'm like, damn.
So
He's
I
good.
li-
They You wanna talk-
They started at the same time. with
Yeah.
cars.
Oh, really?
Kinda, because Derek would always. So Derek always does some crazy shit. Derek
Yes,
just
he
loves
fucking
doing
does.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
He's reckless as fuck.
Sometimes
And-
I gotta yell at him for the street stuff. I'm
He
like,
does
dude,
wild
Hey,
street shit.
So- some of it's
on the
good.
real though, right? Some folks stay off the street, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of it's
I'm gonna
good.
tell you like
Some
this
of it I'm
from
like,
somebody who's paid $15,000 in traffic tickets, right? Having the law after your ass, right?
Yeah.
That shit ain't worth it. Just go to the track, pay
Yeah.
your funky ass $100, right? You don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's and I think that's crazy as fuck
Yeah, that's
because
really
look at
crazy,
that
dude.
right
Yeah.
there. We had a connection I didn't even fucking know. You didn't mention his
connection.
name.
I know.
And I'm
I
I'm
don't-
over here. I'm
Connection.
like,
Yeah, it was just so cool to me because
you're
I'm
smiling.
like, damn, you fucking popped up to this event. That's dope.
mind
dude.
you, Derek doesn't drift right now. He doesn't have a drift
I know.
car.
Yeah.
He
And
used
he's
to
been driving trucks. That's why I
He's
asked
just
him. I
driving
said, "Are you
trucks?
here
Oh, yeah,
because you
CDL shit.
pulled a
But-
load?"
No,
no,
but
he just flew out.
yeah, we
That's
flew
why I
out
was like,
together.
Yo,
Yeah.
fuck.
There was a bunch of us that came out. I was like, damn.
The thing is like it's like that. Like you brought somebody out of because he was able to rent a car because there's the drift zone guy.
And,
there.
and I know how they were doing the rentals, and I was like, "Nah, come get in my shit."
Like I saw it. I just think that's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's literally a point in case of what you were talking about.
and
Connections, building your
I
net.
literally do that. So I got a whole segment of my Instagram that is dirt bikes. I got connected with some real bike life official cats, and their peoples started to follow me for certain things. I'm street bikes, so I don't do the dirt bike shit, but I talk to them still about shit because we can relate.
Yeah.
You know, wheelies are wheelies, but their style of shit is very unique. It's the drifting
Yeah.
of the motorcycle world.
Yeah.
Very like, god dang, that's captivating, right?
Yeah.
So when I get these people, and like I said, I answer every single DM. When they talk, I talk back. And we might end up talking for the last year or so.
Yeah.
Now these is my homies, and I watch them. I check in. Oh, he's this. He's there. He's there. He's there. I watch everybody. I'm a big lurker. You will never see me like shit.
Yeah.
I don't like nothing.
Yeah. They make
What?
memes about you. Yeah. It's like the guy. It's like the guy in the group chat doesn't say
Yeah.
anything.
He's just
standing
watching.
there.
Yeah.
He just watching.
Now, if you hit me and say, yo, I know.
Yeah.
That's all.
yeah, I already know about
And
that.
then they'll be like, oh, what the fuck?
You didn't say anything about it though.
I know. But now we talking and I'm up to date. I watch it.
Derek is a person that is an example of like it makes me happy when we can all eat because when Derek put his head down for a little bit because Derek was doing crazy shit every time. I can always see something new. I'm like, this what else is he gonna do, right? I'm airing Derek the fuck out right now. And guess what? It's all out of love, Derek. If you ever and when you listen to this, you'll hear.
Because you will.
But when I saw him and he put his head down and he started grinding, I'm like, that's because he's investing in himself right now, and that kind of shit makes me happy.
Bro,
right now.
I used to get up and watch him make a fucking bacon sausage egg
Bro,
something
his
every
stories?
fucking morning. I loved it.
Dude.
It was hilarious.
His fucking Instagram
It was
stories are
hilarious.
unreal.
Dog.
Next level shit.
Yeah. Him and so I watch all these dudes dog, when they go live, I'm on it. So I'm in that kind of shit. Same with but car guys don't move like that.
No.
Car guys is like, look what I did.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of shit. The bike culture, how they move and how they fucking argue. I love that shit because they're so fucking overly competitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's where you start. That cream goes to the top. Because if you are not that guy, 800 other motherfuckers, you're not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that. Like when Super D came about, right? Yeah. When Super D came about, Julian was like, yo, how do we not have VH drive in this series?
Yeah.
How do we know how? Not how what?
How do we not have VH drive in this series?
VH?
V8s.
VH.
We don't want any
LSs.
V8s.
Okay.
I said,
So how do we do this?
keep the same tire on when the top 16 starts. No tire
Yeah, I
change.
remember that.
That seems to be because we want more of that. Personally, me and Frankie, because we're like, I'm an idea guy. Because I'm like, why don't we do some shit like this?
Dude.
And I wanna do something that's I can look back on right now and be like, yo, we started that.
Super D brought the vibe that I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Everything.
Because it's not about the perfection of your qualifying line.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. It's this dude driving that's solid. Let's see him do something. Pull a rabbit out the hat. Fucking you and you go. Remember that's how you talking shit. Do something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of the same.
And I was just like, it's anybody.
Yeah.
Be ready for it though. Right?
Right.
Any driving style. This guy could be low angle fast. This guy could be high angle at certain points. You had to adapt to shit. And so when I got in Super D and was driving, I was like, damn, this is great. Because it's all about the excitement.
Yeah.
Julian and I would do 4 and 5 fucking one more times for the finals. And I'd be running out of gas. The car would be getting hot because it's just keep running. But dog, I did not care that I didn't come up on the top step. I had a blast. I drove harder than I probably had ever drove. I did cunning things. I'd be like, oh, he did this the last time and he just did that. Whoa, you sneaky motherfucker.
Super D in Wisconsin was my first ever competition of any sort.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was it for you?
I was a different person.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I could drive like that. So I remember, and I didn't really notice it, but I did my first run. I remember Josh DeLee's, my good friend from Front Street Drift Club, comes over to me. He's like, who the fuck was in that car? I was like, I felt pretty good about it.
I got one of my homies on camera. I had the helmet running, and he said, hey, yo, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, yo, you always drive so clean.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you were raging, and it was dope.
Yeah.
Because you still had the precision, but you would do shit that you wouldn't do.
Some people work better under pressure.
Right.
And that's
But it was-
100% me.
But the vibe wasn't pressure, though. The vibe just made you made you ride.
made
It was
wanna do
exciting.
more.
It was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being in the car, there was one round or one of the battles. I didn't feel like the dude gave me his all. And he had lost it because he straightened or understeered or something. And I purposely spun the car for one more time.
Nice.
I said, nah, motherfucker, you give me this.
Yeah.
I want this shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I want it this way. Not, I don't want to get the win like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I want the battle.
Yeah.
And it was shit like that. And
That was like the only comp that I remember watching, and I was like, this shit is fun.
it's really
We were
fun.
all having a blast. Like, that shit doesn't happen at Formula Drift, bro. Like,
And that would be the way that, like, yo, some FD guys, I wish they would come to do shit like that.
Some
yeah.
do.
Leave the
Some do,
horsepower.
though.
You know, they do.
occasionally,
do.
yeah.
They do. Leave the horsepower at home. Like, even if it's 400 horsepower, leave that shit at home.
I mean,
Yeah.
Club Loose, we used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Vaughn
Yeah.
Gittin, Ryan Turek,
Yeah,
you know,
Bloodmaster
Forsberg.
shit was
Yeah.
gnarly, too.
They
Yeah.
they have an event at Club Loose that makes that kind of makes it fun. It's
Yeah,
called
it actually
Pro Bro Down.
Pro Bro
Yeah,
Down.
yeah, yeah.
Basically, the locals
Where
can
originated
drift
that, though?
Huh?
Where Club
Club
where
Loose.
did Club Loose originate?
In New
at?
Jersey,
in
English
New
Town.
Jersey at English Town
Yeah.
Raceway Park.
Yeah.
There's a drag strip that had a road course, but the road course,
Well, they started in the parking lot.
yeah,
You know, Matt Petty, and Tim, I think Tim was one of the founders too, and a couple other guys, and they were like, "Come on, let us just fuck around in the parking lot and stuff like that." So they would do that, and then eventually they let them move to the road course. Yeah, and then everything, you know, it's history. after
Everything
that,
grows
but-
from there.
and
yeah.
and then it doesn't help that Chris Knapp.
Oh yeah, now Chris Knapp, the son of
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
one of the owners of the track. Yeah, I don't know if they. if
I
there's a
feel like
single owner or multiple owners.
he has a huge influence in this. You want to talk about a vibe and for the betterment. He saw an opportunity as somebody with a track with a tool for others to get better, and he was like, you know what? Let me just make this so that anybody can access it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, he made a school for that,
Yeah,
I
so
love
that's-
that.
and just
Yeah, I
because it's
see
called
that
a
shit.
school, that doesn't mean like, oh, you know, we're gonna have to take lessons here. If you go there and you want to learn.
Yeah.
For yourself, Daryl went there and he learned what he had 2 hours to himself. He came back the next day, or no, actually, he always calls me. He's like,
Yeah.
brother, let me tell you what I did today, and I'll sit there and I'll listen because it's
Sound
like
like
he
Obama
taught
and
himself
shit.
some shit. He taught himself some shit. Like Chris didn't tell him, but if you want help, Chris will be there.
And Chris grew up basically with Club Loose, you know, right there.
And
So-
I
'cause
think
Chris
that's
is young.
somebody.
Chris
I
is,
think
like,
that you
21.
guys, if you haven't already, if it's something that's interested you, maybe you guys can work something there. You want to do something over there.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That
Yeah.
this it's.
I
But the
thought
thing
about
is
that.
it's a little different. I'm curious to see. California vibe is. I will say it is different.
We're
How
we
you
get
feel?
sunshine.
How you feel about that differentness in the vibe? Like,
Okay, the difference is
100%
like
transparent. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna be real clear about it right here. When I'm here and I'm talking to somebody, they're not trying to be better than me. Like and I'm saying that in like the most respectful way possible. For some reason on the East
They
Coast,
just being them, huh?
for some reason on the East Coast, you want to be tougher than the other person for some fucking reason.
They can keep that.
And it's not so that you can fight with that person, in my opinion. It's so that when you're going there and you're on the line with that other person or whatever have you, or you come back to the next track day and you see that person change something because they saw a weakness that they had in the last event.
Yep.
That's the shit that I feel like everybody just sees it in each other and they're like, you know what? I'm coming back and you're gonna see me back here.
Yep.
And here it's just like I don't know if it fits that California lax stereotype where it's like, yeah, all right, you could whatever, dude. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I feel like I believe in.
I kind of get what you're saying, but I also kind of don't agree completely. but
Really? Are
yeah.
you sure?
Yeah, what's the
I get what he's saying. I think in a general way,
Okay.
because obviously when you I was gonna say when you come from New York City to go anywhere, it's different. But people are usually nicer in general, like from our area. But I think that has a lot to do with big city areas, not
That could
just
be. That could be a thing.
I don't think it's just an East Coast thing. I think it's because if you come from New York City and then you go to like fucking the middle of Chicago, people are still gonna be high strung,
Yeah.
assholes. But when you leave the city areas, we're always shocked. We're like, whoa, everyone's like nice.
Yeah, like when somebody asks you like, hey, how are you? And the first thing for me,
like, that doesn't
I'm
happen
like,
by
what the
us.
fuck does this guy want?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a different environment.
So
like
I get that part.
we were in the middle of a desert today, dude.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you gotta offer him something. You gotta shit.
but that being said, like
It makes
as far as the drifting aspect,
Yep.
I think people are pretty fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
no one's
Yeah.
out to get anyone. You know what I mean?
well, because now I'm telling you, there's two different groups of
Everyone's out for a
people.
good time.
yeah.
It's like people who want to make this thing bigger, or people who are keeping this just for themselves.
So here's the point. So check it out, right? I've had my fun with drifting,
Yep.
It sounds
he
like
be
you have a
watching
lot.
but I still do it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But my little man is coming up in this world.
Okay. Yeah. How
This
how's
is
it?
his scene.
Now.
And I want it to be very clear that it's about fun.
Yeah.
I want it to be very clear that this is a talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be very clear that it's not, it's not like bravado, but it's more like, everybody that's around you, think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got houses and mortgage. You know how much it costs to live in California? Let's say the Bay Area. The Bay Area is very
Jesus
weird.
Christ, I don't even know.
It's a lot.
You have to make
about
at
a milli
least
for a 3-bedroom.
yeah.
Yeah.
bath, you know
It's
what I'm
it's
saying?
it's a lot.
So now imagine owning a home and owning extracurricular vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that-
Vehicles
when
alone,
that
multiple
DMV
vehicles nowadays
when that
is a
DMV
luxury.
fee hit your ass for 300 every year, 350,
So-
and then turn around and tell you gotta smog that bitch.
Yeah,
Man.
the smog thing we found out about.
Right.
I'm like, dude, what?
So now imagine you go to a place that everybody is enjoying themselves
Yep.
with a vehicle that has modifications on it and everything.
Kind of makes more sense.
I'm there.
I get what you're saying.
Register my shit there.
Everyone's
Hey,
stressing about all this shit.
everybody here-
But now you go there and you have fun.
Everybody here is having a good fucking time. Yeah. Please keep that vibe and energy
Yeah.
up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that I think that you're doing a fantastic job.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
because
Appreciate you.
because for example, right here, biggest example, you mentioned earlier the way that your son was operating in a Seto or your sim. I don't know if it's a Seto or not.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing.
It is. It's a settle and yeah.
But
he's
the
awesome.
way he's operating in it, right? You said he's sitting there repetitively. You don't know if his intent. You see it and he's just doing it again and again for his own enjoyment. To me, from the outside looking in, after hearing the stories that you've had in the past and how you attack those problems, that is your son.
Yeah.
Because the way that he's attacking that, he's like, I'm gonna figure this stuff out. He's figuring shit out.
So my wife has been sitting watching this aimless creature for 26 years, right?
Yes,
And
creature.
she's like, "Yo, you are obsessive on shit, right? Until you get very proficient in it, and then when you get really proficient in it, you act like it's nothing." And I'm like, I don't think of it that way. It just became the norm.
Yeah.
So when I was learning how to drift, I lost a 6-figure job because my availability was iffy because when I was first learning how to drift, how I learned how to drift so fast is because I did over 28 events in 1 year.
Yeah, we got a snorer in the back. I've been trying to make it work. Yeah.
So I did over 28 events in the year, right?
On the East Coast, that's unheard of because you have seasons.
Bro, yeah. And so that's what I'm saying about California. We're always under sun.
Yeah.
And when it does rain, it may be rain in the morning or it'll maybe rain in the evening. But we have an opportunity to go do work, right? So I drove as much as I could. I was obsessed with it. And once I got something locked in, then I said, okay, cool. I didn't stop driving. I started to go to different places to experience different types of it, right? So then she's like, yo, do you understand the type of shit that you do? And I'm like, nah. Because I watch higher tier, I watch my peers, I watch people that drive in a different style in Europe. I watch so much shit. So I've never looked at me and been like, oh, you do this.
Yeah.
I just look at the highest of there we
Yeah.
go, that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
So with the motorcycle shit, I always stayed on 600s. And then I ventured out and went to 1000s. And I'm trying to go faster, trying to learn, trying not to kill myself,
Yeah.
right? When I'm on the track, these things have a lot of power. One of my homies said, yo, you'd be faster if you got a 300 and went to kart tracks. I said, really? He's like, yeah. I went and bought a 300 and I went to kart tracks. My riding went 10 times because the speed might be lower, but on those kart tracks, the turns are coming so much faster.
It's different.
It's super different.
Yeah.
So now when I jump on my leader bike, I'm like, woo, this is a lot of power and it's heavy, but I got it.
Yeah.
So then my wife was like, yo, you're doing it again. I'm like, what am I doing? She's like, you're obsessing over becoming talented and you're acting like this shit is just normal everyday things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't get what you're saying. So when she's looking at my son today, she's like, that's you. She's like, he's doing what you're doing. And he's not excited about it. He's excited about it, but he's not like jumping for joy through the moon. It's like when I gave him free reign in the car, it's yours to do with. But please don't wreck it because you're going to make me have to work.
Yeah.
So if every time I look around and that car gone and he's out on track, I'm like, my boy.
Yeah. And I think, again, like, the way that you were utilizing your own resources, he's doing the same shit.
Yeah.
It's just now his resources are sim rigs
Yes.
and asking the people who have been already on it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, your son was in the pits. Yeah, he's mingling, but he's getting information.
He is.
He's
you
soaking
should hear
shit
his
up.
conversations.
He's talking about, oh, I came in turn 2 and did this. And what did you do there?
So check this funny shit out, right? So all his friends at school, they obsess
Oh,
over.
he's probably-
They obsess, but him, it's regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they obsess over animal style and all these dudes and this and that. And then I say, hey, but those are your friends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Like-
So at Winter Jam, when Julian comes and gets Jalen and like, yo, come here, let's go ride. Jalen's like, cool, let's go. But he's not on the excited. He's like, I'm about to watch
I'm
you
about to
firsthand.
learn.
And then when he does it, and then when I watch him drive and his hands are fast as shit, I'm like, dog, you know how long it took for me to get hands that fast? And you're chucking the fuck out of the car.
Yeah.
And you learned how to use back rear end traction. And then you learn how to do this and learn how to do that. When he came to me today, he said, Dad, so, man, I was going into the corner and I would throw the transition as hard as I could, and then I'd lightly touch the front brake to hold the car there. And then when I got to where I wanted to be, then I clutch kicked it. I say, you little motherfucker, like, you know how long it took me to even learn that I can hold the car there without even touching the handbrake? Just
Yeah.
hold it right there. Right. You're just slowing the front end down enough so that the car stays on its edge.
Yeah.
And then you're like, time to go, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, you
If the people who are listening to this
Yeah.
strictly, this is a father describing what his son did today, and yo, your smile right there was
Yeah.
like,
hey. but you know what I always
Work today,
yeah.
But you know what I
Everybody saw
always say? I want to make him my toughest competition. And when I'm really trying and he beats me, you got it. When I'm really trying, when I really put my all down, that's what I told him. I said, you're going to know when you got it because I'm going to say,
You got it.
you got it. Like, it's on you.
That's-
It's on you, dog.
I can't wait for you to experience that day.
But I'm gonna make it. I'm trying to make it as hard as possible and I'm trying to make it as hard as possible for him too, because when I look at that shit, I'm like, yeah, he's making me work. I gotta work. I can't just sit around and like I've been doing for the last 2 years. I just go drive like 3-4 laps, and they're like, damn, you still got it. And I'm like, yeah, put the car up.
Yeah.
No, because this little fuck is sitting over here, and he's itching. He's like, yo, Dad, can I drive? Yeah. Well, can I jump on a sim rig? Yeah, go ahead. Can we go drive this weekend? Yeah. Well, let's go ride motorcycles. He'd be like, all right.
He just want to.
wants to
He's got
drift.
the itch.
He wants
Yeah.
to
Y'all want
drift.
any pizza?
Nah, I'm all right.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
He don't
Thank you,
give a
man.
fuck
got the
about the
itch.
motorcycles, bro.
He got the itch.
But he can do it. But he don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
He's got to scratch the itch, dude.
Them
Hey man,
cars,
drifting Drifting pulls everyone towards it. You know.
It does.
Yeah.
And then so when his classmates is looking like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. He's the
and
coolest
he's just
kid.
like, oh, it's regular.
Yeah.
And so that's why I tell him, I'll be like, yo, don't worry about nothing because you do stuff that other kids aren't doing, and the ones that are doing it, the privilege that they have, you have to understand. There's just a ton of kids that do not have this access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right? So then he has to understand. So when I put you around stuff like this, sir, I don't give a shit that you're 15.
Yeah.
You better be on your P's and Q's. When somebody's talking to you, pure eye contact, and you take everything they said in. Don't have them say, no, what did I just say? Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
sir. Because the moment that you're around these people, right,
Yeah.
give me every bit of information you got. If somebody talked about a car setup today that you didn't know about, I need you to have heard that. And guess what? I need you to go home on the sim and try it.
Yeah.
See what it did. You
What
know?
it's just like okay. We have a lot of young people who listen
Yeah.
to this.
Okay.
If I'm gonna say we're gonna kind of close this one out because I want to end this on a message. I always try to. If you had the opportunity, and this is the opportunity to tell those young listeners, because some of them don't have somebody to tell them that or to learn things like that. This is their go, maybe their opportunity to have a legacy of their own. What would you tell that kid who went up to you like, "Hey man, what do I need to do? What do I need to look for?" Some answers we've gotten in the past is like, just go out there and do it.
Now fuck all that. Like I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? Is survival comes 1st. Home comes 1st. Right? Education comes 1st.
Yeah.
Right? Understanding your path in life comes 1st. Because getting into drifting, right? That shit is costly.
Yeah.
You know, costs you everything.
Yeah.
Right?
It will. Yeah.
But
I'm
once
telling you, I
you
lost a 6-figure fucking job.
Yep.
It cost me everything.
Yeah.
See, so prioritizing comes first, right?
Yeah.
So the one of the biggest things is is you got to get your life in order. You got to understand what you want to do as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have family backing you or sponsors backing you, shit like that. But even if you did have that shit, right? You got to understand, right, where you're going in life, right, and where you want to be and how you're going to get there, right? But at the same time, right, is where's the money coming from? Because in this sport, it's money. That's all it is money. In this hobby, it's money. That's all it is money. I spent $800 on tires, right? Them shits is gone, right? Yeah. So you have to be able to sustain that. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time driving in 7 months, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't sustain spending that kind of money, right?
Yeah.
Every month, right, to drive, right?
Yeah.
So when I do drive, right, like it's a party, it's a celebration, it's stress relieving, right?
Yeah.
It's fun time. So I would say this, right? Get your life in order. Understand where your path is, right? Understand what you want to do for a living. Understand where you know what I'm saying, your education, your job, whatever. All that shit comes first. Your hobby's gonna come second. Driving's gonna come second, because when you go drifting, when you try to become pro, right, the motherfuckers ain't paying you. You're paying them.
How many people think they're just gonna be a pro drifter? And
Right.
Then
I want to be a pro race car driver.
Yeah.
Right? But okay, so you got some sponsors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're doing some videos, you're wearing Hanes underwears, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like you're selling your soul to be able to afford to do
What you want to do.
what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So get your life in order. Get an education, right? Figure out, you know what I'm saying? Figure out how you're gonna sustain your hobby. Let this shit be a stress relief for you.
Yeah.
not a stress increase.
Not a stress increase.
Which I feel like we all know those people. in
Yeah.
our lives.
One thing we had an important
burn out.
conversation as well as is that do you guys know Jimmy Oaks?
Yep.
We had a conversation with him and his outlook on like college and how nowadays a lot of people are realizing
College ain't
it's
for everybody.
different. It's not for everybody. And there's different paths, and that's okay.
Trade schools, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
totally okay.
You can become the rollers if you want. That's the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's what the thing is that it's what you do that makes it different.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
definitely.
like, and that I feel like is more and more prevalent nowadays.
And it's
Yeah.
hard, I mean, it's hard knowing what you want to do. I mean, like kids
Yeah,
know
again,
they
it's
wanna
easier
drift,
said than done,
you
but
know,
it is
before they
really
know what they
Right.
might end up doing. But it's good to try to set them in the right direction.
Right.
And be like,
And I tell people firsthand, right? Like, they'll be like, hey, you like working? I'm like, fuck working. I hate working. All I want to do is party, have fun. That's what I want to do, right? But I understand that I have to fulfill a role. Like, I need income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but within getting that income, right, whether it's working for someone or having your own shit, right, like, you have to be the best you can be. You got to be 100%, 110%, 120%. Be the best that you can be at whatever the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you like the shit or not, right, be the best you can be at that shit, right? And then you can utilize that funding, right, to
Yeah.
go enjoy yourself afterwards.
I mean, and my thing I tell the kids is like, shoot your shot at shit, right? Yeah. But as you don't have to jump head first in it. Here's a keen story of a person. You mentioned Jimmy Yokes. This is Jimmy Yokes' homeboy. This is our homeboy. I was at a shop getting a car worked on, and I needed to grab parts, and the shop was doing some fuck around shit. But I had to keep going back to my house to grab some stuff. There's this little dude that was sitting at the shop, and he's just looking. He didn't say 2 words. He's just sitting looking.
Nah, shit.
And I go to grab some parts, and the little kid walk out. He's like 15. Yo, can I come with you? I said,
Was your daddy?
well, I didn't ask that question, which was odd until we got to 3 cities over. And I'm
I'll
like,
be
yo,
talking
this your
shit.
mom or who do you
Report
answer
to.
to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, 'cause you're way over like 3 fucking cities, but this is our homeboy Mike.
Yeah.
He was just hanging out at the shop, doing anything, sweeping up, learning about cars, learning about shit. And then here goes a dude that has rotaries. He don't know too much about them, but he likes them. And
Yeah.
you just shot a shot. Yo, can I roll with you? Yeah, cool. From that point forward, this cat is around all the time.
Wow.
Hey, what are we doing? What's going on? Why are you doing this? What's that? What's this? What's that? And he studied shit, looking up shit, watching videos, doing everything, obsessed over it. When he got his first car, did some fuck ups, fucked it all up. But what he was still doing was studying. And he studied everything to the point that he had these little weird, wild concepts. And relationships, things worked in favors. He would put stuff together, do this, do that. He shoot his shot, talk to people. He was great to talking to people. Talk to a tuner. When he started talking to his tuner, he started learning stuff. And okay, so then I'm gonna buy this, do that, do this, do that. And then this should make how much? And then boom. Now you got this dude that's been putting formulas and stuff together, and he's literally he shot his shot at shit. At everything that he's done, he shot his shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's had very good response from what he's done. Literally from doing the research. Now he can't be cocky about the info that he gets, right?
Yeah.
But he's done the research. The place where he's coming from is at least he's put in hours of time to
Search Google.
just to
I mean, we have
I understand, you know what I'm saying, what the goal is and shit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, what you want to do, what you're trying to achieve. What
put
this
that
person
time.
what that person who's what's successful, what's not successful, shit like that.
we have a kid at the shop. He's 17 now. I think.
17.
Yeah, we call him Young Dave. He started coming to the shop. He would ride his bike by the shop when he was like 14 years old.
Young Dave.
Yep. Young Dave. He would ride his bike by the shop, and sometimes his friends would get nosy. They'd come up to the door. He was always the quiet one, like waiting in the back.
yeah.
Sound like me.
Yeah, and then like he would the kids would be asking us questions about the car. Sometimes we would let them come in. Sometimes we would, mess with them, and sometimes it's whatever. We put air in their tires. He's now working at the shop,
There you go.
Sick.
and he
Progression.
yeah, and it's wild to see. Chris said it the other day.
He got a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
saved
we
money.
watched
he
him
got a
grow.
car. He drifts. He drifted before he had his license.
How the fuck do you feel about that when you are able to help someone grow like that?
Amazing.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
I-
it's,
I
it's awesome
love-
to see it happen.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
I love watching somebody that's in something that they really are super focused on, and they jump into it. Like guys that work at that they were obsessed with just how the car looked. Because as a kid,
Yeah.
you're only like, ooh, that looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? And then somebody says, yeah, come check it out for real, for real.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, what is this? Ooh, what is that? You got a closer look past the surface
But the thing is that can happen at any age.
at any age.
Because I'm gonna bring up a podcast we did yesterday with Kyle from Pro Shop Noble. Do you know Kyle? He was a really, when I met him, these meetings, this meeting we had, from the moment I walked in that door to now, it hasn't been more than a couple hours. And now I feel like I've known you guys for forever.
Right, talking about it's gonna be an hour, nigga.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't be in this motherfucker for 3.
God damn it.
I wonder if they actually listen to this shit all the way.
No,
through.
they do.
They do.
They do.
Yep.
And that's the craziest thing is because when we do these, it's you never know what the hell you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But Kyle, I forget how old he said he was, but
He's probably
he's not a
in the 40
YouTube
range.
guy. He's not a YouTube guy. He said I said, dude, you got cool stuff here. You got to kind of try. You're gonna have to try if you want. And then he was like, I never really know what to do, but we did the YouTube thing.
Nothing comes easy.
That was a YouTube
it's
thing.
tough,
We did
yeah,
it. By the time we finished recording, we did it. He was smiling.
yeah. He was out of his comfort
He was
zone.
telling
like,
he was
I
telling
don't do
jokes.
this.
He was running the show. And when I got home to the Airbnb for the first time, I was telling Daryl what I did that day. I said, "Yo, I watched somebody today step outside of their comfort zone, and then made something out of it.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy feeling.
And that's Dave. That's young Dave too. We're watching it happen.
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
He's an introvert kind of kid.
So
Quiet,
being
you know?
along for the ride is
Yeah.
dope.
It is. And right now, the people who are listening to this, there's not one thing that they couldn't have just taken away from this. There's too many there's so many things that you were able to listen to throughout this entire podcast where it can help somebody. You never know how it's gonna help somebody, but it will.
Most importantly, I'm glad you guys described the name of the event, where it came from.
That was a big thing for me because we wanted to share that.
Yeah, we want people to know that.
Yeah, it's something that, like, as we spoke on, some nastiness came out of it, and it's like, damn,
Yeah, like the negative aspect. and shit.
because it's not that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to make sure I asked how you guys handle the issue.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Because,
let me tell you,
man.
how we handle the issue is just ignoring motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
right.
Because guess what, buddy?
Right.
They're gonna be. It's not gonna stop.
People gonna feel how they're gonna feel. And you
But now-
can't please everyone.
That's what I'm saying. And but now y'all understand what we are. Guess what? You feel that way about it.
Yeah.
You said what you said about us.
Not us.
And that's
Not-
not what
not
we
you.
that's
Yeah.
not what we
That's
are.
that's your problem, not mine.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
That's
it.
what I always say.
I don't
Right.
care how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless
I
it's
don't feel
directly
that way.
affecting, unless you are directly, physically harming me, something.
Right.
That's not my problem.
That's not. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, plenty of people will hit you up about the name Black Dude Drift and like, that's racist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you sit back and you wonder, right? Like, do they understand what racism is?
How out of touch are they?
Right. That shows how out of touch you are, right?
Yeah.
By thinking just a name can correlate to racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of shows a problem within yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it really is. And a lot of times, right? That's a point in time where you just have to ignore that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a lot of the ways and as I mentioned earlier, I tend to approach things with a pretty open mind.
yeah.
And just as I approached this event with an open mind, I didn't there's always multiple ways somebody can interpret something.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough for me, the way that I decided to interpret it was, I want to know more
Yeah.
because I feel like there's something there
Yeah.
that I want to be a part of and I want to experience so that I can tell other people, dude,
Yeah.
it isn't like that.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you, it has gained traction to the point where it gets brought up at places that have you heard of this black dude's drifting? And guess what? Now I'm gonna be able to say, yeah, man, you got any questions about it?
Yeah,
and
listen
they're
to this
gonna be like,
podcast.
and they're gonna be like, yeah, I mean, can I go there? And I'm gonna be like, they're gonna fucking welcome you over there with hugs,
Right.
with loud noises,
Right.
and a good vibe and attitude that you're probably not gonna want to leave.
Like I said, I'm walking the pit, right? People dab me up. I'm like, nah, bro. Give me a motherfucking hug.
Give me some love. Give me some love. Motherfucker, give me some love.
Like, show me you want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Show me you here for the right reason.
I could imagine.
That is, and as we close this out, because I am going to close this out. It's
You're a
getting
little
late.
tired.
Yeah, I'm looking kind of beat.
On the way here,
Nigga, that Henny Palmer.
There's a Henny
that
Palmer
kicking in.
The Henny
Let me tell you.
Palmer
over a minute.
is
Yeah.
the Henny Palmer.
My eyes
is,
got low.
Yeah.
The Henny Palmer, because you had cream and wheat. I got some food at home that I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
as we close
We
this
got some
out,
cookies, though.
I want to make sure that I say
Cookies.
thank you, because every time we do one of these podcasts, never in a million years would I have thought I could sit with such influential people within this industry that I wouldn't have even known had an influence on who I am right now and what I get to experience on my day to day
I respect it.
in this automotive industry that we're in. It's a weird industry to be in.
Man, who you telling?
Weird as fuck. We care about shit like how long can a tire last?
Yeah.
Right.
Not like how reliable. It's like
One lap.
different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And the fact that we could bond on things like that, different cultures over here bonding on things like that, generations bonding on shit like that. It's really it hits me in my heart, and that is, I can only just say I'm always grateful. So thank
You
you.
really got to tell them though. You really got to tell them, right? Like if y'all wasn't there this year, right? Come the following year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can only imagine
Come the
what this is
following
gonna be
year,
like next year,
depending on
dude.
where it's gonna be at. We haven't figured it out. We haven't secured it. We haven't secured a spot, right? But when we get to our events, right? When we host our events, it's family situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you have animosity against any other ethnic group, don't bring your ass here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stay your ass at home with your
Yeah.
parents where you learned that shit
Yeah.
from. You know what I'm saying?
And good luck.
And good luck.
And good luck. And good luck. Because that shit ain't controlling the world.
It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah.
Like that shit ain't controlling the world. It's not controlling the money flow. It's not controlling that shit ain't controlling shit. You know what I'm saying? What it's doing is just showing people who you are as a person, right?
And where your values
and
are
what
at.
your values are, right? And it's showing that folks can't work with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't have fun with you. You know what I'm saying? So going forward, like I said, like every year, Black History Month, right? And even then, right? Like some of the Mexican homies is like, we don't have anything. There was a group before called Paisa Drift. And I don't know if y'all heard about that shit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you motherfuckers know.
Yeah.
See, y'all heard about that shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So again, right? Nobody
Y'all heard about that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Nobody's talking
I watch
about
videos on YouTube.
right?
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about how racist that shit is, right? But it's not racist, right? It's a group of Hispanic folks, right?
Yeah.
That are interested in drifting that got together.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
That's all it is, right? So no matter how, you know what I'm saying, no matter where that went, right, whether it went somewhere positively or negatively, no matter where that went, right, people enjoyed that shit, you know what I'm saying, during that point in time until we heard no more, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we're trying to be here. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to continue the flow and have good times and do things the right way. And I'm pretty sure they can probably come back up, right? And do things, you know what I'm saying, like in a way where it's going to the track, influencing the youth, shit like that, whatever, right? But where we're at with it, right, is we want the youth to understand that they can do this shit too, right? You can come in here and have this fun too, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a shy show and worry about somebody pulling up to you, putting a banger to your neck. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Bring your ass to the event. Spend your funky ass $100. Right.
Talk to
180,
people.
right? Exactly, right.
Talk to people.
Talk to people, learn.
I know
shit like
that's
that,
hard
right?
for a lot of those listeners out there.
Right.
But
right.
look how easy it actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
What's
It
up?
is.
And look how much fun we can have.
Right,
Like,
exactly. And
Hey,
I'm-
what tires are you on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and,
now we're on the gram.
and be patient too. Be patient too, because I mean, today a lot of people were hitting me up like from
Yeah.
pointers and this and that. But I had so many things to deal with, so many family members to deal with,
Yeah.
all that shit. Right.
I remember
I'ma
the
try-
driver's meeting. Yeah, I'm
Right.
not gonna be checking my phone.
Right, exactly. I'm saying I'm gonna try to get to it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And give people some attention tomorrow, right? But we're here to help you, to coach you, to party with you, right? And teach you shit, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you that were here today at the event, right, that don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you haven't gotten the attention that you felt that you needed, or that you wanted, right? Sunday, right? You're gonna get that for sure, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll have friends and other people who can give you pointers and shit riding with you, right? Just be vocal about that shit. Be patient about that shit, right? Because all it is time, right? And we're all here on borrowed time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Damn, man, this was a powerful one,
This one was, dude.
dude. This was awesome, man.
That
Thank
was,
you guys.
dude. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
This
Yeah,
this
man.
was this was something else, man. This was a lot.
And my
more
way of saying I
movement.
love you is fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you thinking. You know what I'm saying?
but I fuck with you though.
All right.
yeah, but I
Look,
fuck
man.
with you though.
Yeah.
I love.
Thank you guys so much.
I love everyone, and I have no comments.
And, and I'm gonna plug you guys
Yeah.
because
Plug them up.
if you're interested in this kind of thing, and if this has interested you at all, and you want to be a part of it, and you want to stay up to date, follow the Instagram, right, at Black Dudes Drift,
Yep.
and just stay up to date and make sure you're if you want to be a part of it, come be a part of it.
Yep.
If you
Come have
don't want
fun.
to, stay your ass at home.
Stay at home. Don't bring negative energy over here, right?
But if you want to be a part of it, please.
Yeah.
If this hasn't been enough,
If you want to help the community,
yeah. If this hasn't been
Straight
enough
up.
evidence for you to just go out there and maybe you meet. What if you're a kid and that you meet your lifelong friends at this event?
You're-
Bruh, let me
Imagine
tell
that
you-
you're tailoring memories.
Let me tell you, when you talk about kids, right? Whenever I meet kids, first thing I ask you, what's your grades like?
yeah. Hey,
What's your grades
that's
like?
what I asked
thing
Dave when he
because
comes to the
because
shop.
because I'm telling you like this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
If you
good.
come into the event, if you bring your child to the event and your child has C's and D's, take their motherfucking ass home.
Yeah.
Take their ass home, right?
Get the priorities straight.
Right. Get the priorities straight because the reality of it is, right, is they need to learn something. They need to have discipline, right? When getting education, right, especially as a youth, middle school, high school, elementary school, right, all that shit is really discipline because they ain't teaching you shit.
Yeah.
They ain't teaching you economics. You know what I'm saying? The economy. They ain't
Yeah.
teach you. They ain't
Taxes.
Right, taxes. They ain't teaching none of
Never
that
heard
shit.
anything about it.
Right, they ain't teaching you how to survive in the real world. They're not letting you know that there's trade schools and shit like that. They telling you to go to college and get your stupid ass in debt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
And that might not even be the path for you.
right, that might
But
be
the
path
good
for you,
part
right?
about it is the discipline, like you're saying.
Right.
Wake up at
Underst-
this time.
right.
Go here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Find your goal, find your dreams, right? And understand how you're gonna achieve all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you're dreaming, right, and you got people around you telling you that it's not possible, you make sure you show their ass that
Keep
it's possible.
fucking dreaming.
Yeah, keep dreaming, bro. Keep dreaming.
I'm so glad we got Lex's radio voice.
I know.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to dream.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
That stupid idea could be your idea.
Bruh,
Fuck
you
you,
don't
right,
know
Frankie?
how
Fuck you.
many times.
Some of the dumbest ideas have made some of the largest loot. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Yeah.
man, I said to Frankie, dude, I think you're pretty cool. We can have a podcast. That was 34 weeks ago.
There you go.
And we're in California right now doing a podcast.
And
with
we're on
some of
like
the most-
episode 38.
I was just about to say.
Hey, I'ma
34
tell you
weeks
like
ago, how
this,
many
right?
Yeah.
episodes?
One,
Yeah.
one
Off
a
the
week
top
minimum.
of the dome, what's 34 weeks? Like this ain't even for us. This is for the folks that's listening. What's 34 weeks? Think about that shit, right? How long did it take you to figure that shit out?
I would come in there in the shop, once every couple weeks and be like, Frankie, we're going to do it now. I'm going to buy
34
these
weeks
mics.
is what?
As far as what months?
Well, like a little under
A
a
year and what?
Not even a year.
Not
Like, I'm
even.
gonna tell you, nigga, I can't
6
even think about that shit right
6
now.
months.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a year and what? 6 months?
Something like 6 months.
Right. But that shit didn't click quick for me.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? For some folks, right? That's what I'm saying. You gotta be quick on your feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You gotta be witty. You gotta understand what's going on around you, right?
Just be aware.
To be aware, right? Understand your plan, stick to your plan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, fuck. This has been amazing. I'm gonna close this out here.
we're gonna have to do this again too. I think we're gonna have to come to your next event.
we got some stickers for you.
Next year,
you got your stickers,
February.
right?
For those of you who are asking, why can't we do this every 6 months, right? Because you motherfuckers ain't spending it. You know what I'm saying? Like the reality of it is, the reality of it is it costs money to host an event like this, right? But we're not hosting an event to make money, right? We're hosting the event for everyone to collaborate and everyone to come and participate, right? So the money that you spend, right, isn't pocketing money, right? That money is actually going towards, right, the cost of the event, like the venue, right? Like how much it is for the track, how much it is for a goddamn fire extinguisher.
This is a non-profit organization right here.
Like shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? So understand, like, when you register for a Black Dudes Drift event, right? We're not here to clean you out, right? We're not here to make a profit. We're here to host an event, right? To where everyone can come, enjoy, have fun. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? There was a few folks that showed up today, right? They drove for free. There was like, I know the registration's closed. I still pulled up XYZ. I gave them a wristband. Drive free. They was like, what? I'm like, because it's not about the money, right? It's not about the money, right? So,
And they added to the vibe.
Yeah.
yes, definitely. They gave ride-alongs. They
Yes.
talked to people, right?
It was
a good
and that's
time.
what we watch. People don't understand that we physically lurk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not only on MySpace.
We're watching.
Lex, if you're out here sneaking around in the pit,
hiding behind
hiding
shit,
behind
looking.
shit, I'm gonna be across the pit. I'm gonna be like, look at Lex over there, just
Hey,
watching this
I
situation.
saw an interaction take place, and I watched it until it got.
I
to
watched
a
a
certain,
man cry.
until it got to a certain thing, and then I stepped in.
Yeah.
But I lurk. I watch everything. I'm very
Yeah.
apparent.
Your awareness is on 10, dude.
Yeah.
It's got to be, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll tell you like this, right? When the next event comes, right?
Have fun. Come.
Have fun, come out and enjoy, right? Those of you that weren't able to come because the event was sold out, right? Commitment is key. If you want to do something, right, commit to that shit, set up for it, register for it, and make sure you get your ass there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Commitment is key. A lot of folks nowadays have an issue with commitment. You know what I'm saying? So if a registration open 4 months in advance, right, be the first motherfucker to get your ticket.
Not to mention how much of a
saying?
bummer it is if they register and then they can't come, they don't tell you, and then
Right. But even then, if they can't come and they don't tell you, oh well, right? But for me, it's more like you registered, right? And you worked your ass off to try to get there, whether you got there or not. The commitment, right? The dedication that it takes to sign up for something 6 months in advance, knowing damn well you're not ready for that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But you know the reason why you're doing it. You get what I'm saying? So that's another big picture, right? For just everyone that gets involved with anything, right? Commitment, dedication, stick to it, right? And everything will prevail in the end. You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't prevail, right? Shit, keep going. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to the next year.
Yep. Go to next year. Yep. And keep it rolling.
We're gonna be promoting it, so next
Yeah,
year when you guys
no.
figure out when it is.
We really appreciate y'all because
I want to
Yeah.
bring something to the table next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
You did
I want to
this.
bring my fucking car here now.
He just wants to drive. Okay.
Well,
I
next
wanna
year we don't know
drive,
where we're gonna
man.
be though. Yet.
Yeah.
I don't
Shit.
care. I'm
We're trying to
coming.
find- we're currently trying to find a track, right?
I'm coming, bro.
That wants us to come, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to keep it real with you, right? I don't want to collaborate with some other group,
Yeah, you want to just do
right?
You got
Because the way I see it is other groups look for a financial
Yeah.
aspect.
Of
This is
course.
not about making money.
yeah.
It's not about making money. It's not about collaborating and making money, right?
Yeah.
It's about creating a safe space for others, right, to come enjoy with one another,
Feel comfortable.
right, and feel comfortable, right,
Yeah.
and party together. Like, bro, like so many people came to my area, right, where we were barbecuing at and ate food for free on the house. Like, granted, we had some vendors there cooking food and this and that, right, but they came and ate, right,
Yeah.
and we're not asking you how much money you got, can you afford it, whatever, right? Nah, if you hungry, you gonna eat. When I eat, you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we want this event to remain, to feel like family situation when you pull up.
Yeah.
It felt that way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really though.
Yeah.
That's again because like when we were in the car, it was just me and Frankie for a little bit. We always kind of have these little powwow sessions.
Bro, the vendors is right. The vendors ain't even charging motherfuckers $20, $15 for some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
They charging people $3 this,
Yeah, normal prices.
$5 for that, right?
Yeah.
Like they really out there taking care of people.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we were in the car. I keep saying, yo, California, this is not. This cannot be real right now.
Right, California be raping everybody. They rape everybody.
No,
out
no, no.
here.
But like
yeah,
where
yeah.
we were earlier, I kept saying, I'm like, this cannot be real right now. I don't think this is real.
It was an environment that was created and a vibe that was sustained.
Yeah.
And it was
And
it was
again,
consistent.
thank you so
Well, no,
fucking
thank
much
you guys, man.
for everything you
Yeah, no
guys have
problem.
done, for what you guys are gonna do, because I know it's not done.
That shit couldn't be
I
created.
know
without
it's
everyone.
gonna. I know it's only gonna keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
And thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank
Let
you.
us know when the next one is.
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm gonna be
Shit,
following it up.
February next year.
Yeah.
Where the next one is.
Yeah.
Where is
Just
gonna
let
be
me
a
know
big
when
thing.
and where, and we're
So,
gonna be there.
I'll tell you
we'll
like
keep
this,
you in the
right?
loop.
For
Yeah, keep me in the
anybody
loop.
for anybody that has a venue, right, and that would like for us to come to your venue, right?
Yeah.
Shit, feel free to reach out
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be reaching out to figure out where we going.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So if you have a venue, right, and you want us to come to your venue, right, fucking reach out, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say something right now. I'm feeling barbecue. Let's figure something out for Texas. I feel like that would
Hey,
be
I was thinking that shit already.
Okay.
Cause Texas, right? I was thinking.
kind of middle of the country.
Middle of the country.
And February is a good temperature. It
Yeah.
ain't too crazy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta take the
and
weather.
that
into it.
barbecue is good, man.
Oh, we
Frankie
all like
fucking loves
barbecue.
Frankie loves barbecue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
MC got it.
And the barbecue is cool, but
We got the tracks.
but the mac and cheese, boy, let me tell you. Hopefully you ain't.
All right, so we're gonna meet in the
No,
middle
yeah.
of the country then.
Yeah, we'll try for that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're closing this one.
Yeah.
So y'all heard it. Y'all
We
heard
appreciate
it.
you guys. Man.
Yeah.
Thank
Y'all
you.
heard it from us.
Thank you so much. If
Yeah.
you guys have made it this far, this was way longer than I thought. Again.
Yeah, but good. I'm glad. I like the long one.
and guess what? I was tired when I came here.
Yeah, he was. He was exhausted.
And I was and
We made
Frankie
it through.
and I said, Frankie, we're
He
gonna
drunk now.
We're gonna hold this at an hour
He tipsy
minimum.
now.
I got the keys. So.
And then and if it's good, guess what? I'm not gonna fucking stop it.
Henny
Yeah.
Palmer.
And we're here. And again, this has been Faction After Hours. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this at all, drop a rating on our Spotify or a thumbs up on our YouTube and leave a comment of what you thought.
Yeah,
Subscribe
please.
if you like it and you enjoyed it.
Even
and
toast
tune in.
to a Henny Palmer.
And toast to a Henny Palmer. I'm gonna know this combo forever. I learned so many new things here today.
Hen dog
and
some Palmer.
and good night. And thank you. Good night from California.
And I love